beneath the vast tapestry of time, where whispers of antiquity merge with shadows, lies a world largely untouched by the present. Tonight we journey into this realm, a realm shrouded by ancient China's forgotten mysteries and legends. Imagine tombs sealed not just by stone, but by decree, like that of Qin Shi Huang, wrapped in mercury-laden silence. Visualize the Xi'an pyramids, monumental yet hidden from prying eyes, guarding secrets too profound to surface. Here, carved stones echo with legends of celestial visitors, and dynasties vanish as if swallowed by the sands of time. This is a landscape where lost cities lie dormant beneath relentless deserts, and civilizations like Sanxingdui remain obscured by the mists of unrecorded history. As we venture forth, prepare to tread softly upon this mysterious path, where enigmas whisper through the hush of a sleeping earth. Let us embark on a journey into the heart of antiquity, where the mysterious whispers of an emperor's dream call us into a timeless realm. Buried beneath the enigmatic hills of Mount Li in present-day Shanxi province lies a marvel of ancient world architecture, the unopened tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. To gaze upon this place is to feel the pull of ancient stories, secrets that slumber beneath the earth, whispering through the ages. More than mere curiosity, it is the allure of forgotten knowledge, an invitation to connect with echoes of a distant past. As the first emperor of a unified China, Qin Shi Huang ruled with a vision that extended beyond the physical realm. Though harsh and unyielding, his reign was marked by great achievements that shaped the course of history. Yet beneath the veneer of conquest lay a more personal quest, a struggle with mortality itself, the timeless human desire to transcend the shackles of time. In this pursuit, he envisioned a mausoleum that would mirror his empire, teeming with treasures and cosmic symbolism. Rivers of mercury, believed to symbolize eternal life and the celestial waters, flowed within his underground palace, a paradoxical landscape as toxic as it is tantalizing. Although his quest for immortality ultimately ended with his earthly demise, the grandeur of his vision remains etched in stone, enduring as a testament to his belief in a transcendent existence. The opulent tomb, constructed by a legion of loyal artisans, stands as a sealed enigma, a relic of ambition and devotion. Within lies a paradox. In seeking immortality, Qin Shi Huang inadvertently crafted a profound reminder of mortality itself, encapsulated for eternity. Where other resting places might merely house the dead, Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum exists as a cosmos in earth and stone, where the emperor's aspirations echo through time. Legends tell of an underground world mirroring his dominion, complete with sacred mountains, mythical rivers, and constellations crafted with pearls. In this microcosmic reflection of his terrestrial empire, the emperor would rule even in the afterlife. From ancient texts, such as the records of the Grand Historian, we glean glimpses of this subterranean universe, where celestial bodies and shimmering mercury rivers coexist. These stories challenge the boundaries between legend and reality, igniting our imagination and leading us down forgotten paths of cosmic understanding. One of the tomb's most enigmatic features is the presence of rivers of mercury, flowing through a landscape both mythical and real. Mercury's ancient significance is twofold: a symbol of technological prowess and an alchemical substance linked to the elusive secrets of immortality. Modern scientific surveys reveal high levels of mercury in the surrounding soil, lending credence to ancient records and pushing us to question the intent behind its usage. Could it have been a metaphoric gesture, a scientific experiment, or part of ritualistic practices now lost to time? This conundrum, where science and myth intertwine, pulls us closer to the heart of an ancient worldview, as complex as it is mysterious. Yet, despite the tomb's allure, modern China hesitates to disturb this monumental relic. The government emphasizes preservation over excavation, mindful of the cultural and historical significance sealed within. While the tomb's potential revelations could reshape our understanding of history, the risk of irreversible damage looms large. Here lies a delicate tension, safeguarding the past to protect the future, each decision steeped in reverence for history's fragile echoes. This philosophical dilemma mirrors the emperor's legacy, as both the tomb and its secrets patiently await the convergence of technological advancement and cultural readiness. To unlock the tomb would be to rewrite history, but the very act of opening might lead to destruction. This balance of preservation and revelation echoes Qin Shi Huang himself, an enigma of grand ambitions and enduring mysteries. Imagine a scene where artisans and craftsmen labor tirelessly to create a world for a journey beyond this life, a task overseen by the emperor. This tomb was not merely constructed but envisioned, as creators adorned its chambers with sculptures, murals, and intricate designs. Each detail whispers of sovereignty and divine favor in the afterlife, meticulously crafted to convey a philosophy where material and spiritual realms are one. This vision aligns with the Tibetan Buddhist concept of interdependent origination, imbuing the tomb with a spirituality resonant across times and cultures. The labor behind Qin Shi Huang's grand endeavor extended beyond craftsmen, enlisting countless workers to fulfill imperial decrees. This collective effort involved a tapestry of human resilience and creativity, a narrative scattered across the ages. Though history may have forgotten their names, the artisan's work echoes immortality, testament to China's rich tapestry, where the individual weaves into the grand epic. In a story of conquest, chaos, and unity, one truth emerges. Stone and soil form a legacy, yet it is the emperor's shadow that endures, embodying ambition, resilience, and an undying quest for eternity. Guardians crown the tomb's mythology, imagined as mythical creatures standing sentinel over this testament from the distant past. Legends speak of mythical beasts hidden within, serving not merely as defenses against desecrators, but as spiritual guides in the next life. Dragons, phoenixes, and the fabled Qilin embody divine protection, connecting the cosmic and terrestrial. These creatures, living entities in myth, hold meaning not just as symbols, but as conduits between mortal and divine realms. Their presence within the tomb aligns with an interconnected spiritual cosmology, where heaven and earth meet in a harmonious dance. They enrich the tomb's legend, reminding us of ancient China's philosophical depth and imaginative reach. Contemplating the sealed tomb is akin to pondering a universal artifact, a microcosm of human yearning wrapped in the mysteries of creation. As we delve deeper, our collective imagination wanders, reflecting on human ingenuity and the eternal desire for cosmic connection. This untouched crypt challenges our understanding, urging us to explore hidden realms and untold stories concealed beneath layers of time. The tomb stands as a metaphor for the timeless pursuit of knowledge, inviting us to peer through cosmic veils into the ancient conceptualizations of life and the universe. In our nocturnal journey through the echoes of history, we engage with the ancients in silent dialogues that span centuries, we listen for their spectral whispers in written accounts, in symbols, and through archaeological endeavors. These silent conversations, imbued with poetic introspection, weave tales of civilizations long vanished yet intrinsically present in today's reflections. Observing the sealed tomb evokes introspection about existence and legacy, inviting us to step into the dusk of understanding. Our exploration leaves us on a threshold of anticipation, where mysteries persist, but technology promises new insights. Advances in non-invasive archaeology offer the possibility of understanding this world beneath without disturbance, unveiling treasures and artifacts that could redefine historical narrative. As we stand at the precipice of tomorrow, the expectations align with a mindful stewardship of the past, technological evolution ready to embrace the stories waiting beneath the earth. Thus, as we bring our journey through the sealed tomb of Qin Shi Huang to a close, we bring with us not conclusion, but an awakening, a profound dance with the mysteries of existence. Invisible paths connect us with ancient endeavors, and also with our quest to illuminate the unknown. Our spirits are stirred by echoes not just of ancient accomplishments, but of ongoing journeys, building bridges across the ages. In the silence following our exploration, we are as travelers upon a timeless sea, where the exploration of our own depths mirrors the monumental quiet of this enduring tomb. Amidst the tranquil mist of Shanxi province, the pyramids of Xi'an rise from the earth, mysterious sentinels guarding the whispers of bygone eras. These ancient mounds, unlike their Egyptian counterparts, resist the touch of excavation, their secrets tightly held within layers of soil and the passage of time. As the modern city of Xi'an pulses with vibrant life, these pyramids evoke a silent, timeless presence, and within their shadowy contours lie tales of celestial observatories, tombs to forgotten emperors, and cosmic dialogues. Travelers, historians, and seekers of the esoteric find themselves drawn to these enigmatic structures, standing humbly yet magnificently against the horizon. Restrained by government edicts that preserve heritage and honor ancestral respect, the pyramids remain largely untouched. Aerial observations are limited, and as a result, these majestic earthworks inspire both grounded speculation and flights of imagination. Questions abound. Who built them, and for what purpose? Were they guideposts to the stars or humble resting places? Their enigmatic silence stirs the soul, urging us to ponder the mysteries embedded beneath Earth's crust and within our collective consciousness. The historical emergence of these pyramids parallels the grand narrative arcs of China's ancient epics. Despite whispers among local farmers and faint echoes in historical texts, they escaped global notice until the 20th century. It was a chance aerial photograph by American pilot James Gaussman that lifted the veils, sparking worldwide curiosity. His images captured the stark elegance of these shafts of history jutting from the earth. And yet, comprehensive scholarly examination has been sparse. The Chinese government, intent on preserving the sanctity of these sites, has historically been cautious, allowing very few to probe their secrets. Xi'an, once the beating heart of the ancient Chang'an capital, is a region rich in historical and cultural legacy. It was a nexus where the Silk Road's lively exchange of ideas, goods, and spiritual insights enriched both East and West. This geographical and cultural setting fosters an environment ripe with potential, the land itself seeming to echo with the lessons of its storied past. Within this context, the pyramids take on layered meanings, representing not just physical monuments, but spiritual symbols of transcendence and unity between heaven and earth. One of these pyramidal mounds stands out, the enigmatic Pyramid of the White Emperor. Tales linger, suggesting it as the final resting place of Emperor Gaozu of the Han Dynasty, known reverentially as the White Emperor. Esoteric theories speculate about its alignment with the stars, perhaps a celestial counterpart in a cosmic diorama designed to ensure the emperor's journey among the stars. Myths swirl around its orientation and structure, whispering of hidden passages and forgotten relics that might reveal a profound understanding of astronomy and the ancient art of feng shui. The methods employed in constructing these pyramids defy simple explanation. Composed of compacted earth and ancient stone, possibly adorned with vanished tiles or slabs, they echo the complex, precise engineering feats of ancient China. Each mound is crafted with an eye toward divine symmetry, aligned with celestial cycles, perhaps intended to harness the Earth's spiritual energies. Though direct study remains elusive due to restricted excavation, their precision hints at an advanced blend of mathematics and spiritual purpose, a melding of earthbound life with cosmic order. The mystery of their construction and the prohibition of their excavation elevate these pyramids to a sublime status. They embody an act of reverence, a sustained commitment to cultural preservation set against the ceaseless tide of academic curiosity. This cautious stewardship invites endless exploration within the mind and beckons to those who wish to wander mentally among the ruins of lost time, contemplating the balance between our yearning for discovery and the solemn respect due to tradition. Legends have taken root within this sacred silence, interlacing reality with imagination and weaving tales of emperors and cosmic entities lying beneath the pyramid's tranquil slopes. Some tales speak of these mounds as vessels of divine power, believed to unite the realms of heaven and earth. Envisioned as manifestations of cosmic principles, they reflect the ancient rulers' attempts to portray their divinely ordained sovereignty through eternally resonant structures. Such legends thrive, painting spiritual portraits of communication and transformation, whispering the deeper truths of those who traversed this land millennia ago. Embedded within the architectural brilliance of the Cheon pyramids is an intersection of earth and sky, an architecture infused with sophisticated celestial alignments. It was an age deeply attuned to the cycles of the cosmos, and their dedication to astronomical precision suggests a reverence for celestial guidance. Ancient Chinese astronomers carried profound knowledge of the stars, and the pyramids, viewed through this lens, become markers of cosmic wisdom. Their alignment with specific constellations suggests an intent to harness divine energies and signal a celestial dialogue that captures the imagination, a testament to humanity's eternal quest to bridge the earthly with the divine. In comparing these structures to the pyramids of other ancient cultures, such as those in Egypt or Mesoamerica, the Xi'an pyramids emerge with their own unique narrative. Despite being lesser known, they contribute to a broader global dialogue on the universal human impulse to reach for the divine through monumental architecture. Each pyramid stands not just as a representation of its own culture's achievements, but as a part of a worldwide tapestry that links human experience across time and space. The intricate symbolism woven into these pyramids speaks volumes about ancient China's grasp of mathematics and spirituality. Through sacred geometry and precise earthly and cosmic correspondences, the tangible form of the mound becomes a vehicle for deeper spiritual truths. Resonating with cosmic principles and the symbolic interplay of yin and yang, These structures house coded insights into human existence and the universe's grand design, a sophisticated dialogue between art, science, and spirit, offering a portal to deeper awareness. As monuments to both terrestrial leadership and cosmic authority, these pyramids served rulers not only in life, but in their spiritual transition to a celestial domain. Conceived as conduits that linked the physical and spiritual, these ancient mounds were thought to propel emperors toward a cosmic destiny. Thus, they hold greater significance than mere tombs. They are beacons of sovereignty threading from the temporal world to the divine, reflecting an era when faith and governance walked hand in hand. As they rise between the Earth's crust and the cosmic expanse, the Xi'an pyramids are silent participants in a cosmic dialogue, symbols of humanity's enduring quest to interpret the universe. These structures encapsulate attempts to express cosmic rhythms through their aligned geometries and orientations, leading us to ponder the metaphysical and the spiritual. Within their enduring presence are hints of ancient ceremonies, possibly enacted beneath the stars, cultivating a space-time connection across celestial echoes that reverberate today. In their silent testimony, the pyramids resonate across vast theological landscapes, bridging the tangible with the metaphysical. Their creations signify a civilization deeply invested in the reconciliation of earthly existence with celestial influences, each structure a testament to humanity's curiosity about the spiritual. Evoking spiritual dialogues, these edifices reflect religious and cultural symbolism, wrestling with complex theological ideas that surpass mere historical discourse, guiding us toward an understanding of a universal human quest. Within the cultural consciousness of the people who live alongside them, the pyramids garner respect not only as ancient relics, but as sacred symbols of continuity and cultural stewardship. Enduring unexcavated, they weave into a tapestry of historical reverence that spans generations, reminding observers to honor past legacies and protecting them for future inquiries. Their preservation is a testament to the wisdom of cultural heritage, fostering a connection between history and future generations, safeguarding a narrative that is both specific and universal. The pyramids catalyze myriad theories about their purpose: spiritual centers, burial mounds, astronomical observatories, alluding to their complex roles now veiled by time. Multi-layered interpretations flourish in the absence of hard evidence, fostering debate and dreaming. They invite contemplation of the profound intellectual, cultural, and spiritual significance that continues to inform scholarly debate and embolden the boundaries between myth and history. In their fold lie whispers of forgotten civilizations and lost knowledge, echoes from a sophisticated past entangled with legends of vanished empires. These mounds hint at connections with cultures steeped in mystery, offering tantalizing possibilities that defy contemporary understanding, conjuring images of hybrid civilizations and cosmic revelations. They are cultural relics in a landscape rich with potential intersections, each pyramid hinting at a greater continuum of shared human experience. Among the potential symbolic ascriptions of the pyramids are reflections of the sacred feminine and masculine principles, entwined within local and universal narratives. As metaphysical structures, their supposed alignment with celestial bodies might mirror a cosmic fusion of oppositional forces, a sacred unity that beckons us toward a greater awareness. Honoring these ancient energies acknowledges the presence of interwoven cosmic powers, guiding us to perceive the interplay between finite human existence and infinite cosmic expansion. these ancient mounds gesture toward temporal and spatial mysteries, bridging concrete reality with metaphysical insights, challenging us to rethink our understanding of time and space. Looming above their earthly anchors, they become symbolic and philosophical touchstones, integrating the cosmic and the terrestrial and inviting us to contemplate the mysteries inherent within the fabric of time itself. Through the lens of cosmic numerology and sacred mathematics, the pyramids resonate as coded messages etched upon the earth. Their precise placement and orientation suggest a sophisticated understanding of the cosmic and terrestrial principles of balance, offering a dialogue in numbers that resonates with universal energies. The narratives they embody in their structured vastness become symbolic expositions of continuity and celestial harmony, waiting to be deciphered. Surrounded by a natural ecological harmony, the pyramids nest within their landscape, inseparable from the environmental rhythms that have cradled them across millennia. Their existence speaks of an ancient reverence for the Earth's harmonious balance, reflecting a symbiotic relationship between the natural world and human endeavors, a timeless dance that honors the ecological world as an integral part of their cosmic architecture. Finally, ongoing archaeological dialogues weave intriguing interpretations of their technological sophistication, evoking reflection on the ancient knowledge embedded within their construction. These enigmatic structures challenge us to look beyond the mere stone and soil, urging us to consider the technologies and methodologies that informed their creation, an eternal testament to humanity's inventive spirit in its dialogue with the cosmos, echoing endlessly in the silent solitude of Xi'an's remarkable pyramids. Amidst the mist-enshrouded Beizadzangi Mountains, nestled within the remote wilderness of Tibet in 1938, an archaeologist by the name of Chipu Te stumbled upon a discovery of peculiar intrigue, a collection of stone discs, each marked by enigmatic spiral inscriptions. This encounter within an isolated terrain breathed life into a mystery, weaving tales that span not only decades, but also the unfathomable reaches of the universe. The remote setting of this find seemed to shroud it further in an aura of enigma, as isolation itself became a testament to the secrets the mountains cradled. The mist, like a veil, kept the world at bay, allowing these stones to silently whisper the narratives etched upon their surfaces. Doubt and speculation trailed the unveiling of the Dropa stones, skeptics emerging as quickly as the stones had been unearthed. Some voices were swift in categorizing these artifacts as mere earthly creations, dismissing their mystique with claims rooted just in the terrestrial. Such critics saw the stones as relics best explained by mundane theories of terrestrial origin. Yet, the remote, inhospitable allure of the stone's birthplace resisted immediate scrutiny. This seclusion served only to deepen the intrigue and embolden the legend, a legend that whispered of alien encounters, secret technologies, and civilizations lost to time. The stones stood steadfast, like sentinels holding court in silence, as theorists, both esteemed and everyday enthusiasts, gazed upon them, pondering a cosmic connection. Among the varying whispers surrounding these stones was the suggestion of extraterrestrial communication, with some proposing that the arcane symbols might tell tales of ancient interstellar interactions. The spirals, coiling from the center of each disk, were interpreted by some as coded messages, or perhaps as celestial maps to guide wayfarers from distant worlds. These narratives, infused with visions of cosmic visitors, found fertile ground among those eager to explore beyond the ordinary. The proposition that these stones could represent a physical testament to alien encounters stirred imagination, painting pictures of a fusion between the earthly and the celestial. Yet, the mystery remained, caught in a dance of conjecture and doubt, shifting with every gaze, leaving one to ponder if they bore witness to cosmic travelers or simply the relics of an ancient people misunderstood by modern eyes. In contrast, skepticism of alien narratives ushered in theories grounded in terrestrial life. Some argued that the stones spoke not of otherworldly visitors, but of indigenous peoples and their languages, their spirals perhaps echoing spiritual journeys or cosmic cycles significant within their culture. The enigma grew richer with each speculative stroke, painting vast tapestries of past civilizations drawn from the modest confines of these stone frames. Despite this, the search for cultural equivalents or definitive translations remained elusive, suspending the stones in a delicate balance between realms of speculation and knowledge, ever teetering on the edge of historical obscurity. Efforts to unravel the mysteries etched upon these stones were fervent, yet fraught with controversy. Among the most ardent proponents of their extraterrestrial origin was Russian researcher Dr. Vyacheslav Syzev, who in the 1960s claimed to have made strides in deciphering the cryptic inscriptions. His translations wove a narrative populated by beings known as Dropas, marooned in the mountains following a cosmic misadventure. This tale of celestial travelers communing with earthly tribes painted a vivid picture that captured imaginations and built bridges between realms, yet remained an anathema to mainstream academia, which dismissed his findings as conjecture fueled by wishful longings rather than rooted in evidentiary rigor. Mainstream archaeologists and linguists contended with claims such as Syzev's with a critical eye. They regarded many deciphering attempts as speculative, driven more by a yearning for the fantastical than by archaeological merit. It was these criticisms, coupled with an absence of corroborative evidence, that cast shadows upon the stones, suspending them between the worlds of mystery and methodical inquiry. Yet, despite the skepticism, the allure of the Dropa stones remains steadfast, captivating those who find beauty not just in answers, but in the enigmatic dance of possibilities they inspire. In efforts to peel back the layers of the stone's mystery, investigators turned to studies of their very makeup. Some findings pointed to a composition rich in cobalt and rare earth elements, sparking intrigue due to the uncommon metallurgical configuration in relation to supposed ancient origins. Proponents of advanced ancient technology postulated that these stones might reflect lost developments unknown to contemporary understanding. A whisper from the past suggesting a technological prowess outshining modern strides. Their mineral composition thus posed a puzzle, its pieces scattered across epochs, daring the curious to reconstruct the story it unnervingly seemed to tell. Skeptics, however, were resolute in their readings of the stones as geological curios, their significance interpreted through overzealous eyes seeking narratives where perhaps none lay. Without indisputable laboratory reports to back extraordinary claims, apprehension lingered. Broader scientific circles withheld sweeping conclusions, patiently awaiting comprehensive study access, which remained hindered by inaccessible terrains and political complexities in such remote regions. Thus, the stones waited as humanity contended with the multifaceted barriers concealing their full story. There were whispers, too, of cosmic alignments, sly insinuations that these ancient disks whispered to the stars, similar in placement and structural congruity to astrological sites like Stonehenge and the pyramids of Giza. Some envisioned them as relics of an era enriched with celestial attentiveness, their spirals acting as pictorial star charts or sacred ceremonial pieces honoring celestial phenomena with wonder. This poetic portrait painted ancient societies as united under cosmic guidance, reaching across cultures through a universal language of divine worship. Yet, some questioned whether such alignments were merely coincidence, natural happenstances woven into human tapestry by chance rather than by deliberation. Critics urged caution against romanticizing cryptic connections that immersed historical relics within star-spun folklore. As these debates simmered, the stones remained silent in the center of cosmic dialogues, their true purposes whispering through possibilities, both grounded and ethereal. Exploring the cultural folds of this mystery, researchers sought to place the Dropa stones within the embrace of Tibet's local history, a geography rich in mythos peopled by figures descended from celestial realms and tales of sky-born battles. These stones found purchase in such narratives, their existence intricately parallel to ancient legends that infused them with an aura of sacredness. This fusion enriched their spiritual and mystical significance, painting pictures of an entwined heritage that linked the earth and stars through tales of legacy, shared across time. Yet, there were prudential voices that called such cultural contextualization into question. They warned of the easy temptation to cherry-pick from history, shaping stories retroactively to suit contemporary interests enamored by extraterrestrial intrigue. Critics questioned the authenticity of such connections, cautioning that modern projections might cloud genuine inquiries into the validity of these local legends. Nevertheless, the very act of exploring these intersections of myth, artifact, and history reminded us of the delicate dance required to weave antiquated narratives with scientific attempts at discovery. In examining the inscriptions as artistic expressions, art historians found echoes of cosmic and spiritual symbolism in the stone's swirling engravings. Mandalas and holistic motifs prevalent across disparate cultures found a mirrored resonance within these stones, hinting at cultural customs or artistic utilizations deeply rooted in their time. They were both aesthetic and functional, encapsulating storytelling and creativity, bridging worlds with artistic expression. Against the allure of mysticism surrounding their art, skeptics argued wariness against assigning profound cultural gravitas to mere visual aesthetics. Some designs may find explanations as simple art forms that Romanticism should not easily ascribe grandeur or celestial connotations. The stone's artistry nevertheless captured the imagination, reflecting artistic inclinations that cut across eras and societies in affirming the human drive for artistic depiction. Amid the shroud of questions, endeavors to comprehensively investigate the stones encountered formidable impediments. Geographical isolation, coupled with an often opaque political landscape, hampered exhaustive archaeological exploration. Access remained elusive, with logistical challenges standing sentinel against the pursuit of truth hidden amidst these ancient echoes. As political constraints emerged as a dominant factor, the lingering mysteries of the stones prompted scholars to advocate for collaborative inquiries that might one day bridge field exploration with evidence-based revelation, unearthing even deeper layers of understanding. Oral traditions, too, play a significant role, contributing strains of narrative to the unfolding story of the Dropa stones. Local Tibetan elders occasionally breathe life into whispers of unverified tales, possibly retaining shards of history within oral legacies carried forth through generations. Such narratives offer glimpses into possible interminglings of cultures or ancestral travelers, that might have traversed these lands. In oral traditions, however, lay a dichotomy: the potential for generational embellishment that might mix historical roots with entertainment or moral lessons. Skeptics counsel caution, urging thoughtful disentanglement between stories anchored in historical experience versus those exaggerated into the realms of myth. Yet within these spoken tales lies a reflexive dialogue challenging modern interpretation, binding the monument's essence with cultural continuity. Whispers also abound of the stones as remnants of a bygone era imbued with advanced technologies. Theories abound, likening the stones to technological artifacts predating modern times, infused by imaginings of lost mastery akin to Atlantis. Ideas sprout that these discs might embody archaic knowledge, concealing secrets that transcend cultures, concepts of energy, communication, or propulsion systems that awake dormant flames of curiosity. Yet established science remains cautious, wary of hastily ascribing technological prowess to unexplained phenomena without empirical backing. Critics point to the romanticism of anthropomorphizing artifacts into grand technological gestures, a leap often made while bridging holes in data with fantastical imagination. The dialogue continues. The pull of the mystical and the historical reason entwined within the conversation surrounding these stones, urging deeper exploration of what ancient human capacities truly encompassed. Anthropologists explore interpretations that weave the stones into the web of human behavior, viewing their emergence as a junction of social structures, communication, or symbolism. They speculate the discs might echo societal identities, marking generations past or examples of early social cohesion through shared symbolisms. Here, at these intersections, the stones may encapsulate whispers of migrations or kinships, stretching across a timeless vista. Yet some scrutinize anthropology's tendency to weave expansive narratives from limited evidence, risking attributions anchored more in speculative purposefulness. Critics encourage the cautious pursuit of correlation over causation, urging engagement that respects indigenous cultures while glimpsing societal context through a critical lens. Anthropology's delicate threading of ancient lore compels reflection, urging that each unraveling retains cultural integrity amid broader human narratives. Linguists and symbologists have delved into the spirals, searching for decoding mechanisms within broader cultural frameworks. Speculation runs rife that the stones harbor a symbolic lexicon lost to time, their engravings crafting pictographic tales of cosmic alignments or historical journeys long forgotten. Here, layers of encoding might tell tales of distant epochs, woven into the fabric of human memory. Yet the quest within symbology courts caution, wary of narratives unanchored by evidential analysis. Potential interpretations may offer more shadows than substance, their loftiness reflecting the intrigue of symbology itself. Yet the stones continue to captivate, their spirals gatekeepers to deeper mysteries, evocative of humanity's perennial dance with the unknown and the interpretative creativity it begets. The socio-political landscape further casts its shadow, with governmental regulations often hindering exhaustive exploration of these enigmatic artifacts. As territories remain politically sensitive, exploration attempts are often hindered by national interests holding sway over scientific pursuits. This intricacy underscores the delicate balance between safeguarding cultural heritage and carving pathways toward archaeological revelation. In this dance of policy and discovery, the stones highlight broader complexities faced by modern states navigating between geopolitical preservation intent and the beckoning march of scientific inquiry. Diplomacy and plea for cooperative dialogues guide the call for access, with research hoped to navigate evolving landscapes to unearth truths sealed within protected ground. Reports and studies periodically inject life into the chronicles of the Dropa stones, yet firm conclusions remain evasive amidst cycles of interest-spurring revelations. While scholars occasionally inject inklings of progress, skepticism tempers expectations for substantial breakthroughs as researchers grapple with incomplete narratives and delayed findings. Such reportage spurs fleeting media attention, fueling public curiosity in the obscure and the arcane. The stones stand resolute, thriving in a liminal state, a spectral dance between scientific introspection and fascination with the sinister echoes they narrate. Patience and thoughtful dialogue may yet till the ground for collective enlightenment, nurturing understanding tethered by the timeless strings of humanity's perpetual quest. Amid this tapestry of theories, an undercurrent sentiment advises caution against the seductive allure of exoticization. In weaving artifacts into grand narratives of cosmic journeys, there lies the risk of transforming them into products of sensational folklore, a caution against projecting the mystical upon relics through unrestrained esotericism. Interpreting such inadvertence as an opportunity for critical reflection, scholars advocate for methodologies that honor integrity, balancing cautious interpretation against overzealous narrative construction. The poetry of historical analysis urges that we see with clarity, yet behold with imagination. This, then, is the promise held within the stones themselves, a whisper to the curious heart, inviting discovery while singing a siren song to the fascinated mind. Amidst the sweeping panoramas of China's storied past, the enigmatic tale of the Jia dynasty unfurls like a mist-laden vista, inviting exploration. Entrenched firmly in the annals of both myth and history, the Jia represents a beguiling paradox, a dynasty residing in the collective memory of a nation, yet whispering elusively from the shadows of archaeological obscurity. Considered by tradition as China's inaugural imperial line, preceding even the Shang dynasty, the Jia dynasty occupies a space where history and legend coil together like two serpents intertwined. Its spectral narrative urges us to ponder the delicate boundaries between myth and reality, legend and historical fact. In the river of time, the Saya dynasty is often brushed aside as a creation of ancient imaginations, a storied legacy woven by the looms of bygone storytellers. Yet, its persistent presence in Chinese cultural tradition suggests it might have been more than an imagined tale. Could it have provided a luminous compass for subsequent dynasties, securing for itself a revered place in China's historical consciousness? This journey of exploration compels us to venture into aged fragments of history, unraveling whether the Jia dynasty was a tangible world lost to time or a complex myth that enchants the inquisitive spirit across millennia. The birth of the Jia emerges from the mists of ancient Chinese folklore, often attributed to the legendary sage king Yu the Great. His legendary feats of taming the catastrophic Yellow River floods position him at the brink of both historical and mythological reality. They mark a beginning of a dynastic tradition celebrated for its benevolent rulers and principled governance. Yu's rise from a local hero to an emperor of great renown fortifies his mythical stature, lending credence to the Xia dynasty's supposed existence. Swirling within the hazy boundaries of this old epic are tales echoing divine favor and otherworldly endorsement. Yu's fabled mastery over water symbolizes humanity's age-old bond with nature, a bond as enduring as the earth itself. Such imagery brims with archetypical symbolism, intertwining mankind's ingenuity with nature's irresistible force. As we wade into these legends, we begin to appreciate why the Xia dynasty remains an alluring siren call to curious historians and spiritual storytellers. It beckons them to delve into depths obscured by layers of time's shifting sands. Standing firmly in the narrative of the Xia epoch, Yu the Great emerges as a pivotal figure, wrapped inseparably with the destiny of the dynasty, his tale both rooted and suffused with myth. Stories of his triumph over the relentless floods reveal not just an engineering marvel, but hint at divine mandates and magical acts. It is here that the line between historical persona and mythical archetype blurs, tantalizing us with the potential reality nestling in the Xia dynasty's mystery. Was Yu a true historical figure whose groundbreaking achievements morphed into legend, or a cultural myth personified to inspire the aspirations of early Chinese society? The tangible traces of Yu's life and deeds remain tantalizingly out of reach. Yet his intellectual and cultural legacy continues to captivate the scholarly mind and public imagination alike. As we ponder his narrative, Yu unravels as a metaphorical tapestry woven with the motifs of order rising from chaos. It resonated harmoniously with the formative dynamics of early China. In examining Yu's enduring influence, we engage with themes of morality, leadership, and humanity's eternal quest to harmonize with nature's mysterious forces. As one follows the path in search of the Xia dynasty amidst the echoes of history, the task resembles an enigma, a dance between records committed to paper and the solid testaments unearthed from the earth. Ancient chronicles, such as Sima Qian's Records of the Grand Historian, embrace the Xia as precursor to the Shang dynasty. Yet, physical corroboration remains elusive, like elusive reflections on a water's surface. The treasures uncovered at Erlitu in Henan province offer glimpses of an advanced Bronze Age culture, sparking theories of its connections to the Xia. But the absolute truth lies silently buried beneath layers of time. Those devoted to bridging the chasms between lore and fact face an intricate labyrinth of challenges. Millennia stretch insidiously across fields where settlements stand lost to time's ceaseless cycle. There is the obscuration typical of stratified archaeological records and the sedimentation of stories layered with historical interpretations from subsequent dynasties. For each artifact saved from the clutches of the past, an intricately woven web of historical questions unfurls, demanding meticulous navigation through cultural and interpretive landscapes. The search for the Xia calls on historians to distinguish the whispers of memory from the concrete meanings of existence, threading myth seamlessly into the fabric of humanity's most cherished stories. Yet, even in their brief and elusive footprints, the Xia dynasty's cultural influence on China remains profound and enduring. Stories associated with this period seep untouched into cultural consciousness, influencing art, literature, and the political fiber of ages following. In literary masterpieces like Classic of Mountains and Seas and subsequent histories, the Xia emerge not just as ancient figures, but as paragons of virtue, governing under divine auspices, ideas that crease through the expanse of Chinese history. These themes of benevolence and ideal governance, linked with the Xia, dovetail naturally with Confucian ideals advocating moral governance and filial piety. The cultural and intellectual impact being a constant underscores how myths, even amid shadows of their truth, can mold unparalleled ideologies. They reflect societal ethos, tethering human consciousness in timeless pursuit of truth, magnificence, and mystery. Even bounded within the shadows of time, the Jia symbolically animate a lineage that both inspires and intrigues, a testament to myth's unyielding power in charting a civilization's timeless odyssey. Walking further into the Jia's spiritual depths reveals glimpses of the rituals and cosmological beliefs that illuminate this lost dynasty, known for perhaps introducing systems of divination through oracle bones. This burgeoning spiritual awareness hints at the dynamic awakening of nascent Chinese philosophies. It speaks to mankind's pursuing harmony between celestial cycles and earthly endeavors. Unearthed clues suggest ceremonial activities involving feasting, music, and sacrificial offerings, referencing a civilization deeply engaged in cosmic rituals. These interactions between the human realm and the divine weave bridges over the thresholds of mortality and faith. Where earthly remnants recede, spiritual exploration into the Saya unveils a civilization animated in its pursuit of cosmic equilibrium, a metaphor reverberating through successive ages and spiritual narratives. In narratives, the Jia dynasty often portrays custodians of nature's grand choreography, a cultural narrative suggesting their devout veneration of nature as a divine force. This bond harks back to humble paradigms where kingship's legitimacy was divinely ascribed, fusing sovereign power and spiritual enlightenment. As these legendary practices fade into the mists, they highlight ancient beliefs wherein nature assumes pivotal spiritual identity, with governors acting as its earthly interlocutors. With each generation, these cosmic rites draw attention to how core belief systems intertwined sovereign power with penetrating spiritual insight and affinity with the natural world. The Jia dynasty's ornate rituals of governance illuminate our timeless dialogue, exploring nature's interdependence with skyward insight and societal prosperity. A harmonious synthesis that ebbs powerfully within contemporary philosophical quests and heightened environmental acuity. As one meanders through the timelines, the Jia era often emerges as a golden age of governance and morality. Their portrayal became a blueprint, a historical touchstone utilized to justify subsequent regimes or critique existing power structures. Through such temporal vantage points, rulers and historians dexterously orchestrated historical narratives to fit either continuity or disruption's purposes. By painting the Saya realm as a desirable epoch, later influences harnessed their narrative's might to cement legitimacy and direct governance frameworks. The enigmatic status of the Jia dynasty operates as both paragon and cautionary tale, underpinning idealized visions of governance while urging reflection on governance models through epochs yet to come. Thus, the interweave of history with mythology forms key tenets, shaping cultural and political bedrocks across generations, illustrating humanity's timeless quest for authenticity and insight into the layers of societal inception. Erlito, a name shimmering on the historical horizon, emerges with persuasive archaeological significance in the debate regarding the Xia's existence. Located in Henan province, these ancient remnants reveal a sophisticated society, ripe with cultural richness. Possessing artifacts aligning with timelines conjectured for Xia, Erlitou continues to allure scholarly discourse, a mystery vibrating with timely resonance. Moreover, despite noteworthy discoveries, the affirmation of Erlitou as the Xia capital persists precariously upon the edge, teetering between developed contemporaneous evolution or central convergence. The grand scale suggests established government hierarchies and emerging craftsmanship resonating throughout. Yet, definitive alignment with Xia royalty calls for relentless scrutiny, meshing archaeological revelations with narrative discernment amid history's sand-blown discrepancies. Within Erlitou resides tantalizing traces that hint at advancement within a structured society. Its bronze wonders, urban designs, and intricate social hierarchies reveal echoes of innovation often labeled with initial state formation. Some scholars connect these traces to the Xia dynasty. Others invite nuance, advocating for careful distinction between cultural diffusion and sovereign continuation. Erlitou's story unlocks broader debates probing ethnicity and identity, integral colors on the palette painting China's cultural genesis. Each artifact, unearthed from the heaps, brings dignity and vitality of an era cherished by humanity. As awe-laden beholders examine these relics, dialogues emerge, resonating with scholarly pursuit, pushing boundaries, blending memory into academic respect. These digs revive epochs long slumbering, renewing discussions on civilization's essential connections, weaving history's myths and humanity's insightful beginnings. The effort to ground the Xia within definitive chronology juxtaposes them against the succeeding Shang dynasty. Calculated overlaps, obstructed by enduring reinterpretation, amplify the intricacies of aligning perceived timelines with material echoes. Here, doubts tangled amid layers of rewrite breed controversy surrounding chronological synchronization between imagined dynasties. This formidable debate reveals historical reconstruction's inherent struggles and engrosses methodological dexterity. As shifting interpretations continue to unfurl, the discord illuminates human analysis, where established methods yield to empirical discretion. Pursuit of aligning the Xia within China's historical dimension underscores foundational conceptions of inquiry, exposing assumptions that might birth tangible insight from ghostly whispers of unbroken tales. Even now, the Xia dynasty resonates as an axis from which present culture spins, enveloping heritage and philosophical discovery. This once-vanished epoch pierces through time to integrate asked questions of national identity, cultural enlightenment, and modern relevancy's interplay. A continuous magnetic allure draws modernity back into ancient origins, weaving through spirit essence, contextualizing humanity's eternal longing for ancestral and future unities. The Xia's pervasive presence commands attention, inspiring speculative storytelling, intricate philosophies, resonating scholars, and quenching exploratory spirits. Within these tales persist enduring relevance, delivering cultural compass points towards pivotal introspection and extramural impressions. Intriguingly adaptable within contemporary culture, the Xia endures, binding ancient possibilities to modern vistas, pursuing alongside essential connections between past shadows and today's comprehension. Amidst the absence of concrete relics, oral tradition retains Xia narratives like echoing constellations in a twilight sky. These vibrant whispers passed through people's generations become conduits for ancient echoes transcending written confines. Within oral lore, the resounding vibrancy of the forgotten Xia retains its ethereal melody. A silken string slipped quietly into the fabric of culture. Preserving Xia's captivating story within oral veins enriches both tangible cores and cultural mysteries. Through shared transmission and adaptation, we uncover labyrinths of memory's role in shaping identity's boundaries. Oral tradition unveils a civilization revealed through whispers, a society bound across lineage and living legacy, forever echoing through ancestral chains and binding captivating melodies of civilizations unknown but richly felt. Beyond academic pursuit, the Xia assumes a sacred space within mystical with spirituality's expanse. Mythos suggests the Xia ushered an era where celestial wisdom blossomed, and spiritual themes resonated across an intellectual landscape drenched in metaphysical reflections. Their influence conjures epics astride earthy spirituality, piecing motivational ideologies together toward enlightenment unparalleled. This spiritual narrative entertains wanderers' quests drawn to eternal questions colored by esoteric appeal, unearthing the Xia within enigmatic interiors. It invites spiritual introspection while prompting ecosystems of interwoven civilizations, reality's purpose, and cosmic awareness. The Xia dynasty engenders consideration of civilization's harmony with existential quests, a reminder to allow history's esoterica to permeate contemplation, expanding soulful horizons amid spiritual introspection's own delicate grasp. Today's media and artistic endeavors reanimate the Xia dynasty's mystery for modern audiences. Novels, films, and captivating television series often draw upon the Xia's mythical allure, presenting stories layered with drama, romance, and speculative representations. These creative portals bridge past and present, converging mythological allure with modern narration. Interaction grounds audiences within a transcendent dialogue, with each adaptation providing innovative understanding beyond telling alone. Engaging with Xia mythology bridges historical retellings through evocative portrayals. Reimaginings extend beyond storytelling. They originate cultural co-creations offering fertile soils, nurturing legends anew. Through creative reinterpretation, the Xia dynasty reignites fervent awe, revealing humanity's infatuation with mysteries permanently adrift, ever catalyzing historical horizons unexplored yet rooted in expansive mysteries beneath jade skies. Despite elusive proofs, facets attributed to Xia ingenuity resonate with spiritual significance and technological transcendence. Ensuing inventions, ranging from astrological ceremonies to emergent syntax, place the Xia on thresholds between pragmatic innovation and celestial inquiry. Their civilization evokes exploration of cosmic transparency, carrying the mantle from worlds visible or divine, demonstrating history's interwoven enlightenment with present-day significance. Highlighting the spirituality motivating these advancements impels us toward understanding the Xia not merely as inventors, but cultural architects. They inspire reflection upon humanity's soaring aspirations, connecting Earth's plane with stellar realms. A testimonial of collective serenity, pursuing realms both hidden and real within civilization's speculative remains. In their architectural blueprints rests cosmological beliefs embedding the Xia dynasty's historical DNA. Practiced cosmologies, anciently wrought, align universe origination with sagacious authority, intersections and cosmic orders defining celestial, social, and existential regulation. These beliefs symbolize a cultural cornerstone, crafting interpretations of universal laws, cosmic arrangements, individual fates, and shared futures blend seamlessly through emergent systems. Philosophical dialogues drawn from these arcane roots hold a spectral allure amid futures cast from prior interpretations. Gazing upon these beliefs incites questions, suggesting quests arise, where cosmic understandings shape interpretations both scientific and spiritual, merging their boundaries. Postulating the intricacies of early China's cosmologies invites revaluation, hallmark, and etching into attentive listening, a civilization pondering harmony over discord along a continuous celestial harmony. As new insights are revealed, epistemological confrontations between myth and consequence pulsates through Xia endeavors, conjuring them as blueprint precedents across civilizations. Such inquiries flourish beyond spheres transformed into cyclical examinations, beyond assumed archaeological consensus. Their prototypes underpin evaluations that regard civilization's nuanced emergence from incipient aspirations to eventual flourishing. Revisiting Xia tales yields interpretive realization of cyclical re-evaluation, imaginatively recasting historical birth. Contender interpretations portend imaginative realization, edifying history's evolving pentad from multifaceted exploration to definitive foundations. Narratives emerge thrillingly dynamic, where antiquity's spirit propagates guidance tenderly rendered to modern revelations. Compelled by relentless identification of patriarchs, Xia texts embody civilization's resilience, bridging aged conviction with spirited resolve, opposing every relinquishment. Within discussions reserved for modern esoteric imaginings, traces of Xia mysticism occupy an honored space. Their intersection with esoteric transmission merits directed introspection toward holistic embrace of intellect and faith. Like excited moments throughout, applications echo intersecting vibrations defining knowledge-born dimensional transformations, a retelling where consciousness converges, synchronized by soul's symphony, waiting within shadows as imaginative experiences crackle into renewal, intertwining civilization's spiritual pursuits and mind's observations. Their mystical compositions captivate ardently concealed within realms, forming the visionary's pathways, offering insights intrinsic to ancestral intuition and cultural prism, luring and affirming essence amid existence within civilization's myth-strewn landscape. Released from realm-allotted vessels, Xia narratives stir extent's dissolution, encouraging open-ended contemplation, unveiling larger interactions connecting within civilizational existence. Amidst these narratives, stories gestate among infinite connections between mysticism and history's locked panorama, inviting inspection from neither within nor without upon the labyrinth that molds the world's eternal conditional being. In the midst of the vast and foreboding Taklamakan Desert, the once thriving city of Lulan lay like a shimmering jewel, an oasis of life amidst desolation. This city, once a vital hub along the ancient Silk Road, played a crucial role in the exchange between East and West. More than mere trade, it was a conduit for cultural, philosophical, and technological encounters. Its position was strategic, offering the necessary lifeblood to those who traversed the endless dunes, water and refuge in an otherwise unyielding domain. Yet, as time pressed on, the whispered voices of the desert began to claim Lulan. Sands, ever shifting, swallowed the vibrant echoes of life that once pulsated here, leaving archaeologists to piece together its history from remnants such as pottery, coins, and textiles. These discoveries suggest a city that thrived on diversity and cultural exchange, yet its sudden silence ignites questions. Was it the unforgiving climate, a downturn in trade, or some other phenomenon that led Lulan to its spectral fate beneath the sands? The mystery calls for deep contemplation of the delicate balance upon which civilizations rest. The early 20th century saw explorers like Sven Hedin rediscover Lulan, unveiling ruins that murmured of past grandeur. Archaeological expeditions since have pulled from the earth relics that whisper tales of a society woven with threads from multiple cultures. Chinese, Indian, Persian, and Roman influences are evident, attesting to Lulan's role not merely as a trading post, but as a vibrant cultural nexus. These artifacts breathe life into the city's past, revealing the day-to-day realities and deeper mysteries of its inhabitants. The preservation afforded by the desert's harsh climate offers a window into history, even as each find births new questions about the city's abrupt decline, whether it was due to environmental shifts or human turmoil. Lulan's climate did more than preserve artifacts. It mummified its people, leaving an indelible mark through millennia. These mummies, suspending stories of ancient lives, provoke debates about the racial and ethnic origins of Lulan's populace. The diverse physical features of the mummies, studied by anthropologists, suggest genetic links to various Eurasian groups. Alongside clothing and burial artifacts, these remains reveal a community steeped in ceremony, where social hierarchies defined the intricacies of garments and burial rites. Questions about cultural and spiritual beliefs surrounding death and the afterlife come to the fore, casting the mummies not simply as historical curiosities, but as narrative voices speaking of spirituality and lineage. In the realm where history and folklore intertwine, Lulan emerges as a tapestry of myth and legend, its stories flowing along ancient caravan routes. These tales speak of cities engulfed by time, spectral guardians, and hidden treasures, a reflection of how Lulan's disappearance serves as a parable for the ephemerality of human achievement. Such myths, while fantastical, echo real concerns about how ancient peoples understood their world. These stories, passed down through generations, weave Lulan's mystique into the cultural fabric of the region. Stepping into the realm of scientific inquiry, climate change stands accused in Lulan's demise, a demonstration of early humanity's susceptibility to environmental shifts. The greening riverbeds which once sustained the city shriveled away, reflecting the modern fear and reverence required toward nature's untamable forces. Scientific efforts stitch climate records together, painting a picture of a city starved as its lifeblood vanished. These studies, while illuminating, remain punctuated by unknowns, serving as both a reminder of our fleeting time on Earth and the necessity for wise ecological stewardship. Even as the natural world pressed in, the political landscape cannot be overlooked. Lulan, stationed at a cultural crossroads, was vulnerable to the ambitions of powerful empires whose shifting allegiances and designs left indelible marks. This city was a pawn caught in broader geopolitical games, its fortunes fluctuating with the tides of imperial strategy. Historians, parsing surviving records, attempt to unravel the complex interactions that may have chipped away at Lulan's stability, illustrating the delicate balance of power tethered to the rise and fall of civilizations. Amidst these human endeavors, trade wove a tapestry connecting worlds. Lulan, standing as a vibrant artery of commerce, facilitated exchanges not only of goods, but also of ideas and culture, fostering syncretism visibly etched into its artifacts. The city reverberated with philosophical thought and religious diversity, transforming it into a hub where traditions merged and coalesced, a melting pot that thrived even as dependencies formed. When trade routes shifted, Lulan's vibrancy ebbed, a testament to the interconnected fates woven by commerce. Peering beyond the immediate, the desert holds Lulan's narrative tightly, offering glimpses of a civilization poised against nature's relentless progression. Excavations unveil fragments of luxury, silks, ceramics, pristine amidst the sand, speaking to the city's depth and complexity. Yet, the desert's silence envelops, a heavy presence humming mysteries unanswered. As scholars interpret these remains, scratching beneath Lulan's surface, the city's story emerges, tantalizingly intangible, a dance of revelation and erasure. The question of Lulan's people, who they were and where they ventured, unfurls across centuries. Genetic mappings of mummies disclose a varied heritage that mirrors the cultural mosaic Lulan represented, a civilization formed through migration and interaction. These revelations underscore the movements of humanity, illustrating how exchange and adaptation forge communities. Among these remains lies essential human history, offering insights into migration's power long before modern globalization. Spiritual undercurrents within Lulan, while elusive to archaeology, pulse with significance. Ceremonial artifacts suggest cosmological interpretations, hinting at an internal world rich with meaning, a reflection of humanity's timeless quest for understanding in the face of vast unknowns. Rituals and temple ruins resonate today, showing how ancient spirituality shaped communal life, inviting modern seekers to ponder alignments and influences within their own existential quests for meaning. Lulan's art, recovered from millennia past, speaks through time as a testament to humanity's boundless creativity. Its craftsmanship reflects cultural currents, lifting techniques and aesthetics that reveal a world influenced by movements along the Silk Road. Pottery, textiles, each artifact serves as a canvas upon which the city's history unfolds. This artistry, more than ornamentation, manifests the societal identities and connections that cradled Lulan, inviting a deeper understanding of the intricate cultural dynamics played out in this thriving crossroads of civilization. The rediscovery of Lulan has transcended mere academia, driven by explorers captivated by the romance of bygone marvels. From Hayden's initial wanderings to modern digital mappings, each venture interweaves human imagination with scientific endeavor, aiming to peel back the layers of time. Lulan, far from forgotten, remains a beacon, inviting all who seek to uncover its spirit, to embrace the depth of human accord and adapt within its storied ruins. Preservation efforts wrestle with uncovering archaeological wonders while safeguarding them, a balancing act tested within Lulan sands. The desire to unveil these treasures and advance human understanding competes with the imperative to protect them from further degradation. Here, a collaboration between disciplines ensures the survival of these narratives for posterity. The ethics of preservation remind us of our duty to history, as these artifacts hold lessons that resonate far beyond their own time. Lulan's culinary legacy whispers of ancient confluences where food transcended sustenance, embodying culture and identity. Excavated remnants, seeds, food vessels reveal how Lulan absorbed culinary influences from distant lands. This fusion speaks to cultural assimilation reflected in daily sustenance, offering glimpses of the mingled diets presiding at society's heart. Each unearthed morsel links us backward through time, witnessing an ancient interconnectedness that parallels modern exchanges. Even in adversity, Lulan society reflected an inherent resourcefulness. Their agricultural expertise and adaptation to the harsh desert flora and fauna indicate survival rooted in ecological sagacity. Livestock and crops attest to a community nurturing its surroundings with wisdom, a legacy of coexistence that enhances modern understanding of environmental sustainability. Lulan's adaptations linger as reminders of innovative persistence against the grand scale of nature, a lesson echoed through time. The treasures rumored to be hidden beneath shifting sands are far richer than material wealth. They are truths of human diversity and community bonds. Beyond the mystical allure, Lulan's archaeological bounty offers insights into society's intrinsic values, inviting reflection on significance woven into material practices. Herein lies the challenge to redefine treasure, understanding it as an array of lived experiences stretching across centuries, beyond silk and gold. As modern cultural dialogues become increasingly globalized, Lulan's historical reverberations remain potent. The city's ability to nurture harmonious cultural exchanges resonates today, providing valuable insights into intercultural relations. Lulan's reflexive legacy, rooted in adaptability, speaks to contemporary challenges, reminding us of the enduring interplay between civilization's achievements and vulnerabilities. A guidepost for our future trajectory. Technological ingenuity was central to Lulan's endurance, reflected in subtleties of tools and techniques adapted with resourcefulness amidst surroundings. Pottery and artifacts from its rich cultural landscape attest to a melding of influences, a convergence of local ingenuity with imported innovation. These remnants of past advancements hold wisdom relevant to our present, illustrating how external inspirations blend within a singular narrative driving communal prosperity. Lulan's artifacts are imbued with layers of symbolism, offering windows into the spiritual and ideological landscape of its people. Pottery and textiles carry symbols both artistic and sacred, forming a narrative in which symbolism bore cultural and mythic weight. These artifacts voice ancient values and worldviews, resonating with shared human experiences as symbols bridge the material with the metaphysical. As a thriving entity with complex social structures, Lulan reveals how hierarchies dovetailed with its economic fabric. Diversities in burial practices and craftsmanship speak to the societal norms that defined interactions inherently linked to trade and power. These layers of social stratification echo present-day inquiries into societal dynamics, as they reflect ancient tenets of human organization and economic interdependence. Science, alongside myth, propels the unfolding of Lulan's ancestral narrative. Advanced genomic and archaeological methods unravel its entwined stories, guiding the human exploration of unknown spaces with precision and wonder. Lulan's legacy shines through scientific intrigue, bridging the empirical with the ephemeral, a testament to humanity's quest to understand itself through juxtaposed lenses of fact and belief. The exploration of Lulan fosters a sacred dialogue with its ancestors, a conversation defined by reflection upon universal themes of community and resilience. Through these echoes, modern civilization engages with elements that resonate eternally, telling stories of triumph and connection painstakingly unearthed from beneath the sands. These exchanges invite a dialogue that informs our current journey, allowing us to navigate our existential paths with insights gleaned from this enduring legacy. By embracing the lessons woven through Lulan, humanity undertakes an epistemological journey that connects ancient wisdom with current endeavors. The narrative extending from Lulan mirrors our modern society, enhancing our understanding of connectivity's ties and cultural adaptability, lessons infused with timeless relevance. Lulan challenges us to reassess interconnection as a vital factor in our evolving narratives, graciously offering its ancient insights as both reflection and forewarning. Through all seasons, Lulan whispers a truth universal. Impermanence reigns. The city's abrupt retreat into obscurity encapsulates the transient nature of human enterprises, a cycle recognized, even celebrated by ancient sages. Lulan's tale stands as an eternal testament to the brevity of human life within the cosmic orchestration, an enduring melody resonating through time's unyielding march. In the fertile Chengdu plain of China, the past whispers its secrets through the ancient rustle of reeds beside a languid river. Here, In 1929, a farmer unearthed jade artifacts, their presence a subtle breath from a bygone era, hinting at what lay beneath the layers of earth. This was the initial step towards unveiling the mystical remnants of the Sanxingdui civilization, a culture whose artistry and innovation rose from the silts of history like mist from the morning ground. It wasn't until the 1980s that these whispers grew louder, as archaeologists stumbled upon two sacrificial pits teeming with relics that cast long shadows on our understanding of ancient China's breadth and depth. The relics, consisting of bronze, jade, gold, and pottery, weave a narrative of a society that thrived through its alien and intricate artistry, starkly divergent from the typical historical records of dynasties centered around the Yellow River. The enigmatic sculptures, with their alien-like faces and bulging eyes, challenge the boundaries of our imagination, suggesting a spiritual or otherworldly significance lost in the annals of time. The province of Sichuan, once the theater of Sanxingdui's existence, stands as a testament to a forgotten culture whose influence and grandeur remain only partially understood. The massive bronze masks found at the Sanxingdui site, cold yet immensely expressive, defy the known parameters of artistic creation. Their features protrude with exaggerated alien expressions, as though reaching into realms beyond the grasp of mortals. Perhaps these are not mere adornments, but sacred representations, embodying deities or spirits revered and worshipped by the Sanxingdui people. The technical mastery reflected in these bronzes speaks volumes of an advanced forgery, their craftsmanship so intricate that it mirrors the silent whispers of the unknown, reverberating through the quiet corridors of history. In the midst of these bronzes lies the heartening jade, revered across ancient China as the imperial gem. Sanxingdui's artisans rendered timeless beauty and spiritual significance into their jade craft, believing in its power to bridge the mortal and the divine. The impeccable craftsmanship hints at a civilization whose touch with the spiritual realms was both constant and profound. An abundance of exquisitely carved jade tools and ornaments elevates the artifacts to symbols of purity, immortality, and sanctity. As one runs fingers over these smooth surfaces, a silent story unfolds of devotion to ideas transcending physical existence. Strange and inviting, the civilization of Sanxingdui, though vibrant in its cultural offerings, vanished with an abruptness that deepens its mystery. In the archaeological silence following their disappearance, speculations arise of cataclysmic events, environmental shifts, or even peaceful absorptions into new cultures. The absence of definitive destruction by war or fire lulls us into a contemplative wonder. Can the sands of time conceal an untold story of peaceful transitions, or did the forces of nature claim their existence? Within this enigma sleeps the tantalizing theory of extraterrestrial influences. The Sanxingdui bronzes, with their haunting eyes and mysterious visages, spark imaginations that wander through corridors of cosmic possibilities. Could these designs be artistic takes on celestial visitors or divine entities witnessed by ancient seers? Such hypotheses, although residing on the fringe, stroke the fires of curiosity, stirring within us an acknowledgement of the mysteries our universe may hold, reminding us of the vast and incomprehensible. The influence of Sanxingdui extended like a gentle brush stroke across the canvas of history, possibly reaching and merging with subsequent cultures and dynasties. Artifacts scattered across broader regions whisper of a cultural legacy that persisted in subtle echoes, perhaps absorbed into the fabric of emerging societies that rose as the old fell beneath time's irrevocable tide. Cultural continuities, embodied in the archaeological offerings of the Yangtze and Sichuan basins, reveal the potential threads of influence spun by a society whose once vibrant existence now whispers through surviving remnants. Inspired by their monumental masks and sacred relics, we see a society that harnessed both nature and imagination. Advanced as they were, Sanxingdui artisans melded artistic grandeur with technical genius, achieving mastery unseen in their contemporaries' work. Their metallurgical sophistication is revealed through the detailed sculptures and suggestive forms, artistic achievements that captured the fleeting breath of the world they knew. Though distinct and unique, some speculate on the connections between Sanxingdui and the Shang dynasty, located not far in distance, but light years away in cultural output. Mystical bronzes, sacred symbols, and advanced technologies hint at possible intersections between these ancient societies. Did the paths of these civilizations cross through trade or shared artisans, or were their narratives woven independently within the vast loom of China's mythic past? Questions linger like a soft echo across an empty hall, enticing further exploration and contemplation. In humanity's eternal quest for self-knowledge, the field of genetics offers a way to unveil the ancients' truths. Skeins of DNA extracted from unearthed remains may guide us through Sanxingdui's mysterious lineage, revealing insights into migrations and cultural interchanges long suppressed beneath layers of time. Yet, history guards its secrets fiercely, allowing only glimpses through the lens of modern science, leaving much still cloaked in shadow. The network of trade envisioned amidst Sanxingdui's cultural richness suggests a vibrant and far-reaching economic system. The presence of diverse materials, such as ivory and jade, affirms a society not only innovative, but also deeply connected to faraway lands and cultures. Trading webs may have linked them to distant corridors through which ideas, artistic expressions, and rare commodities flowed like rivers carving paths through ancient lands. Sanxingdui arose amidst a landscape rich in bountiful resources and fertile lands, a perfect crucible for thriving civilization. Yet, this very abundance may have masked the potential for sudden environmental calamities, floods, shifting climates, or resource depletion that could abruptly alter the fates of those who resided in lush sanctuaries beneath towering skies. In studying these environmental nuances, we glimpse narratives on humanity's relationship with nature, understanding how civilizations flourished and faded in seemingly isolated vibrancy. Sanxingdui's epoch opened doors into methodologies of modern archaeology, each excavation reflecting the evolving art and science of uncovering the past. Techniques of analysis, layered with technology, bring forth clearer images of the shadows that were and are yet to unveil truths buried beneath forgotten realities. They reveal the stunning scale of Sanxingdui's achievements, showcasing a culture deftly navigating the nexus of artistry, technology, and spirit. Central to Sanxingdui's spirit lies their dedication to ritual and ceremony. Their sacrificial pits overflow with tales of offerings and spirituality, narrating an era when the cosmos intertwined intimately with human life. The profound placement of objects and their spiritual resonance give silent testament to beliefs and practices, rituals that sought divine favor, cosmic balance, or connections beyond physical constraints. In the weaving of art and technology, Sanxingdui found harmony and expression. Beyond their use, the bronzes and jade reflect traits of beauty informed by utility, of design elevated to new artistry, marking achievements beyond their age. The innovation embedded in the remains invokes stories of craftsmen transcending time, shaping narratives laden with metaphors and cosmic allegories. Perceptions of Sanxingdui's potential liaison with the Shang dynasty strengthen examinations into political and cultural bonds forged in antiquity. While maintaining distinct characteristics, interactions possibly thrived through shared advancements and exchanges, narrating complex multilateral stories of growth and adaptation in an interconnected ancient world. Hidden within the genetic layers of Sanxingdui's people may rest explanations of ancestry and cultural interactions. Could these threads reveal connections previously unseen, intricately detailing a history of adaptation, evolution, and shared ancestry that ties disparate peoples within new understandings of ancient kinship? Sanxingdui's cultural breadth whispers of expanded commerce trajectories. The sophisticated artifacts stand as proof of expansive networks, enhancing society's fabric and broadening cultural horizons through innovations acquired in distant lands or inspired by ancestral trade metamorphoses. The environment enveloping Sanxingdui was both cradle and destroyer, nurturing life and cradling mysteries. The prospects of geological or climatic forces altering waterways and lifelines shape an intricate narrative of human interaction with a changing world. This delicate ecological dance reflects ancient wisdom understood and, perhaps tragically, forgotten. Modern methodologies invite renewed guideposts in our journey to unlock Sanxingdui's story. Guided by advanced technology, we peer into ancient echoes, discerned under uniform layers of archaeological mapping. These explorations are a dance with eternity, weaving narrative tableaux from ephemeral artifacts that offer glimpses of hushed worlds. Mysteries teeming within Sanxingdui's ceremonial traditions are as elusive as they are intriguing. Artifacts found carefully arranged speak of spiritual dialogues beyond mundane comprehension, an extension of the sacred woven into every artifact's existence, each piece preserving echoes of rites touching the divine spheres. A cultural masterpiece, Sanxingdui's emergence intertwines monumental structures and purposes still shrouded, unarticulated through direct narrative, but locked within mystical relics carved by history's own hands. These ancient landscapes embodied art, sacredness, and mindsets exceeding the horizon of recirculating timelines. The enigmatic beauty hovering over Sanxingdui shall not be swiftly unraveled. Modern scholars diligently excavate its mysteries, guided by a thirst for understanding woven into the human fabric. It whispers a timeless chorus of enigma and substance, inviting endless examination while hinting at cosmic truths. Even as open questions remain, the ethereal allure woven between Sanxingdui's relics transcends centuries, provoking thoughts and inspiring deeper dialogue. This present-day cradle, formed from echoes of an ancient symphony, extends hospitality to the curious, affirming the tenacity and dreams of those long past, yet ever connected within the living fables of existence. The Bronze Age civilization echoes through the corridors of time, beckoning with hands of shadow and light, an age of splendor extending its silent call through jade artistry, casting shadows that stretch across millennia. What ethereal legacy encapsulates their quest for eternal remembrance? In this continuum between past and now lies the enduring mystery of Sanxingdui, an enigma that will continue to captivate, reveal, and obscure, like a veil draped over the sacred mirror of human journey. Deep within the annals of Chinese lore lies the tale of the Great Flood, a narrative both haunting and majestic, whispered through generations from the pages of the Shu Jing, the revered book of documents. It tells of a deluge that rose with a ferocity known only to the ancient elements, threatening to erase humanity beneath its unrelenting waves. This myth, while echoing through the mists of folklore, provokes the minds of scholars who find themselves pondering its origins. Was it a symbolic fable or a tale wrought from the pages of history? Across cultures, similar stories thread their way through the tapestry of human memory, suggesting the ancient world faced its share of nature's caprices, crafting these legends as vessels of collective experience and knowledge. For countless years, the enigma of whether the Great Flood is truth clothed in allegory or merely a story spun from the depths of time remained unanswered. Yet modern geological inquiry breathes new life into these age-old ponderings. Sediment layers, mute witnesses to the past, reveal evidence of torrential washings that hint at large-scale flooding akin to those written of in ancestral accounts. This interplay of geology and myth invites contemplation upon the resilience of a humanity that once faced mighty forces. Still, the breadth and reach of the flood's impact remain shrouded in mystery, drawing historians and seekers alike to sift through the remnants left by both nature and humankind. Among the figures casting long shadows across these stories stands Emperor Yu, a paragon of ancient leadership and wisdom. Chronicled in tales that weave through time, Yu emerges as the savior who tamed the tumultuous waters, earning his place as a ruler both by deed and design. Unlike his forebears who clashed with the floodwaters, Yu sought communion with the currents. With vision unmatched, he traversed the inundated landscapes, learning deeply of the land's contours, and harnessed this wisdom not to repel, but to redirect the waters. Through his understanding of the Earth's liquids, Yu crafted channels and canals, guiding the unruly currents to nurture rather than destroy. His triumph in flood control became the cornerstone of the Xia dynasty's founding, a dynasty veiled in both history and myth. Yu's saga is more than an achievement in engineering. It resonates with spiritual and philosophical tones, underscoring human perseverance and the delicate dance between man and nature. As narratives of determination and cooperation filtered across tribes, they laid down philosophical roots that speak to ancient ideals of governance, echoing themes of unity and reverence for the world's organic order. The intertwining of myth and reality shows how societies interpret and interweave their past, exploring the depths of their origin stories. Emperor Yu's tale is indeed a bridge, mighty and wide, linking history with mythology, anchoring collective memories within its arches. Myths, while brimming with fantastical elements, often hold kernels of realism, evolving to become pillars of cultural identity, guides for societal mores, and archives of human moral development. To discern these myths' truths, scholars delve beyond the ancient scrolls, grappling with the duality of fact and fable. The testimony of time demands that each layer of storytelling be meticulously unveiled, with mythic embellishments peeled back to reveal possible realities supported by artifact and earth alike. In this way, antiquity speaks both through its geological markers and through the whispered legends of its peoples, as sediment and story alike testify to humanity's instinct to anchor itself amidst chaos. Beyond China's borders, the saga of overwhelming waters finds resonance in tales born of different lands, each culture crafting its echo of destruction and renewal, whether through the path of Gilgamesh or Noah's Ark. These narratives, while clothed in differing garments, mirror the struggle of humanity against nature's tempests and tell of a primordial cleansing, a divine recalibration perhaps, that breathes new life into the void left by the water's retreat. Flood myths, regardless of origin, share archetypal visions across cultural divides. They present tales of survival, judgment, and rebirth, their universality affirming the shared human experience with the life-giving and life-taking essence of water. Echoing their motifs, cultures transmit ecological knowledge wrapped in moral clothing, weaving wisdom into the very fabric of their traditions and narratives. They teach us, perhaps, that in observing the rise and fall of waters, humanity learns the eternal rhythms of resilience and regeneration. Emperor Yu's flood is depicted not only as humanity's challenge, but also as a reflection of geomythology, where geological events dance within the narrative elements of myth. Recent studies suggest a real prehistoric flood akin to the one detailed in lore, with sediment and climatic evidence bearing witness to a period and place where nature's forces carved new histories. Thus, myth is recast, not as whimsy, but as a lens for viewing geological truths and community strategies etched into the land. Yu's ingenuity in harnessing the waters demonstrates an epoch-defining chapter in the art of ancient Chinese civil engineering. His approach, born of nuanced understanding, forged a partnership with the elements, extracting cooperation rather than conflict from nature's torrents. In the carving of waterways and construction of levees, Yu's acts of channeling heralded not only the quelling of the floods, but also a swell in agricultural prosperity. Yu's feats resonate through the philosophies of Taoist balance, melding practicality with ecological respect. His melodic engineering is studied by modern scholars who seek solutions for contemporary water challenges. Today's stewards of the earth see in Yu's methods the principles of sustainable management, the kind that calls for alignment with natural laws rather than opposition against them. Yet the Xia dynasty, as Yu's purported legacy, continues to elude certainty, residing in an arena of historical debate. The absence of concrete archaeological proof invites skepticism, setting academia's stage for an intricate dance between recorded tradition and empirical inquiry. Through radiocarbon dates and stratigraphy, researchers endeavor to definitively trace Yu's dynastic foundations, blending scientific rigor with mythic narrative to illuminate centuries-long mysteries. In the silence of an oral society, myths like Yu's sustain the very past they sought to preserve, transmitted across the ages through the cadence of spoken word. As tools of memory, these narratives crafted mnemonic tapestries, oral canvases that blended truth and allegory into a story eternally repeated, eternally alive. In the oral tradition, history becomes a living entity, its essence eternally replayed in the minds and mouths of storytellers. Such narratives, a testament to the adaptive spirit of ancient communities, cue us to the sophistication with which early societies remembered, celebrated, and taught. They offer us lessons more poignant and profound than written records alone, filling in temporal gaps with echoes of lost memories, infusing cultures with the resilience needed to sustain them through unlettered ages. Emperor Yu's journey, mythic or mortal, is imprinted with the footprints of a leader both dedicated and transformative. He stands as a beacon for governance that encompasses service, with leadership predicated on honor rather than hubris. Embedded within Yu's narrative are lessons on self-sacrifice, on leadership that seeks to enrich the many rather than grandstand in power's glare. His story whispers of a time when rulers' merit became the foundation for wise governance inspiring leaders of today to nod respectfully towards his ideals as they steer toward the future. Today, Yu's concerning of water prefigures many of our modern water resource strategies. His ancient methods whisper across time, suggesting adaptability where adaptation is critical, partnership with nature where confrontation was once thought prudent. The essence of Yu's lessons in water harmonization remains radiant for today's scholars and engineers, his contributions underscoring the profound legacy of those who look to nature not as an adversary, but as a partner. The remnants of Yu's era appear not just as stories but artifacts, material echoes of a civilization that sang their narrative into the bronze and stone. These relics, alive with symbols, bespeak spiritual beliefs transcending earthly existence, capturing through artistry the tales of chaos subdued and order restored. As archaeological signs of the spirit and the mundane, they illustrate a community's faith and aspirations, embodying both secular and sacred narratives. In sharing myths like those of Emperor Yu, traditions ground us in reflections on our relationships with nature. Chinese philosophy, with its emphasis on human-nature symbiosis, finds embodiment in Yu's achievements. These teachings implore us to cultivate continuity with the earth, prompting us to find harmony rather than domination, a melody composed long before but resonant even now. Bringing scientific methods to bear upon mythological lines like Yu's, we discover reality layered beneath the sublime. Scientific endeavors lend credence to ancient chronicles, grounding parables with empirical substantiation, drawing out truths from the fog of history. From such collaboration of disciplines emerges a richer, more nuanced understanding of heaven and earth, of a tale as tangible as it is intangible. Cross-cultural flood narratives, threads in the great tapestry of human experience, draw us together through their shared themes of consequence and redemption. They speak deeply to a commonality that persists throughout the human endeavor: the transformation in the face of nature's force and the profound journey back towards balance. These woven tales invite us to explore how, though separated by distances, cultures converge upon the wisdom of waters. Nestled in Yu's tale are mystical motifs, a pilgrimage embedded in metaphor where his transformation into a leader mirrors spiritual ascent. Yu becomes a seeker of harmony amidst disorder, a ray of Taoist and Confucian thought fused into a single cosmic narrative. These interpretations, filled with overt symbolism, open pathways to personal enlightenment, inviting modern minds to dwell upon their own life's journey, to seek balance within chaos. Centuries after Yu's legendary times, he continues to influence Chinese governance. His story is alive within texts, within the avenues of learned discourse, a guiding spirit imbuing politics with philosophical grounding. As dynasties rose and fell, Yu's narratives underpinned structures of kinship, promoting a tapestry of leadership ideals gleaned from both philosophy and mythology. The sacrality imbued in Yu's myth grants it an aura of reverence, illustrating a bond between the divine and the realm of men. Upon his death, Yu was elevated to a divine nod, reflecting the spiritual warp and weft of Chinese tradition. His deification illustrates a narrative not only of governance, but of sanctity, a reminder of humanity's intertwined fate with celestial oversight. Language plays its lyrical role in carrying Yu's tale across ages, infusing it with metaphors and ideology that enrich the narrative. Translations and transformations of language capture the timeless essence, enabling Yu's dream to be shared, a dream scrawled in symbols reshaped by tongue and pen, reflected in the vibrant panorama of Chinese culture. Through linguistics, Yu's saga remains unwavering, immutable in spirit, despite the atmospheric currents of time. With each examination of Yu's myth, philosophical underpinnings unfold, revealing dynamics of governance and duty. His story embraces Confucian values of ethical stewardship while exemplifying Taoism's balance, where less is more. These philosophical explorations tutor governance and communal practice, ensuring tales like Yu's sustain a discourse on leadership aligned with values, reminding us of humanity's timeless pursuit of understanding itself within its own historical fabric. Cultural festivals re-echoing Yu's myth enliven traditions, merging historical remembrance with celebratory customs. As festive celebrations such as the Dragon Boat Festival embrace these themes, they extol Yu's cultural contributions, affirming that myths sustain beyond themselves, breathing anew into the social fabric as narratives amidst dance and ritual. Yu becomes a cultural symbol of enduring resilience, referenced through epics to inspire courage when facing environmental and societal tempests. His legend serves not only in historical remembrance, but as an emblem of adaptability, a silent nod towards communal strength in adversity's light. Such reflection is vital, reminding us all of the symbolic threads tightly woven between past lessons and contemporary practices. Through ancient Chinese veneration of ancestors, Yu's legacy transcends personal myth to become an ancestral guide, harmonizing cosmic cycles within communal settings, drawing living memories of goodness and providence down through generations. The enshrinement of Yu thus enriches narratives of lineage and legacy, infusing cultural identity with the wisdom that resonates from nature's own arc. Yu's saga is more than a narrative. It reflects the art of storytelling itself, an art where allegory dances, communicating timeless truths across myriad generations. This storytelling legacy guides events, driving communal dialogue that resonates within the soul, and through that resonation, nurtures both the harvest and fruition of the human spirit, connecting us through oral artistry to the stars, and even to ourselves. With each telling, Emperor Yu's myth undergoes cultural reinvention. It remains ever rich, resonating with the societal shifts it navigates across the course of time. Recast in modern frames, his story's lens offers perspectives that challenge and reassure, reflecting back wisdom once shared through whispers and ink. This mythic fluidity reverberates from past to present, endowing the enduring granules of truth and change within the heart of a civilization continually unfolding. In the hallowed annals of ancient China, the cosmos held a mirror to earthly happenings, weaving a delicate tapestry of fate and reflection. The Han Dynasty, illustrious and profound, beheld the sky as a celestial manuscript, its stars inscribed with omens that governed the empire's destiny. Here, beneath the vast canopy of stars, astronomers performed a sacred dance, interpreting the solemn movements of celestial bodies not merely as entertainment for imperial courts, but as guidance for rituals, navigation, and life's eternal cycle. From 206 BCE to 220 CE, a meticulous mapping of the heavens unfolded in an era that seemed to reach beyond the capabilities of its time. The star charts unearthed in ancient tombs and scripts like the star chart of Dunhuang reveal a profound understanding of the universe, rivaling maps crafted centuries later. Through generations, scholars dedicated their lives to observing the heavens, aligning the paths of planets with earthly seasons, and distilling cosmic laws that would serve as the empire's guiding principles. Their shared pursuit transcended mere observation. It was a deep and continuous journey of alignment between humanity and the heavens. The act of creating these star maps reflected a divine endeavor to bridge the gap between earthly joys and cosmic truths. Emerging from a confluence of sacred mythology and necessity, they evolved as the empire's borders expanded. Astrologers, under sacred oaths, meticulously sketched stars, planets, and celestial phenomena onto silk scrolls. Over time, these diagrams grew into intricate tapestries, combining astrological knowledge with mythic symbols, standing as testaments to the empire's relentless pursuit of cosmic harmony, a pursuit both empirical and deeply spiritual. Among these stellar artifacts, the famed star chart of Dunhuang from the Tang dynasty serves as an exquisite beacon of ancient Chinese astronomical artistry. Nestled in the storied Mogao Caves, this scroll meticulously portrays the constellations as they spread across the northern Chinese sky, free from mythological embellishments prevalent in Western zodiac narratives. It signifies an advanced comprehension, emphasizing fixed celestial patterns and making an indelible mark on scholars and dreamers alike who dared to unravel its mysteries. The Dunhuang chart, layered with over 1,300 stars, dazzles with its precision, casting light on a culture that looked skyward for direction, divination, and existential understanding. Though ancient, its brilliance highlights centuries of observation and reverence for the cosmos, epitomizing the harmonious blend of scientific precision and spiritual inquiry that defined Chinese civilization. In the hushed sanctity of Han-era tombs, treasures unveil themselves, shedding light on the sophisticated stargazing of the past. Bronze mirrors, polished and perfect, reflect celestial maps' symbolism, whispering of efforts to harmonize earthly realms with celestial visions. These artifacts, hidden beneath the earth, tell tales of emperors seeking solace and guidance amid celestial plains, their sites adorned with star charts guiding souls into the afterlife, offering cosmic symmetry even in death. The emperor's resting grounds, entombed with relics depicting the visible planets, underscore an enigmatic blend of astronomical prowess and mystical pursuit. Star maps and celestial artworks accompanied rulers on their eternal voyage, serving to illuminate paths in the universe's vast, secretive sprawl, a celestial reckoning at the crossroads of science, myth, and spirit. For ancient China, the sky extended beyond mere constellations, translating into a spiritual canvas woven with cosmic messages and existential revelations. Astronomy ventured beyond the empirical realm, entering a dialogue between heaven and earth where celestial happenings mirrored divine expressions. Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty institutionalized celestial readings into state rituals, intricately tying religion with scientific exploration, signifying a governance where cosmic harmony mirrored leadership's earthly balances. Regal astrologers rendered the sky as a cosmic ledger, interpreting eclipses and planetary alignments as divine cues to guide political and social tides. Thus, the heavens offered not just guidance, but a philosophical framework, embedding cosmic awareness into the nation's fabric. Within this celestial discourse, numerology formed an intricate melody, resonating through the star maps with symbolic potency. Numbers such as 3, 5, 8, and 9 served as the pillars for cosmic interpretation, entwining mythologized tales and celestial cycles into empirical contemplation. As seen through these numbers, the symmetry and order suggested by the stars etched cosmic rhythms into human life. creating a harmony reflective of the divine dance orchestrated across the universe. The celestial diagrams, rich and artistically detailed, reinforced imperial power, affirming the emperor's divine mandate. These diagrams weren't just tools for navigation, but declarations of political legitimacy, reflecting a universe governed by divine will and earthly rulers' ordained right to reign. The persistent celestial symbols within these diagrams bore testimony to divine sanction and the uninterrupted authority of China's dynasties. Astrologers, revered as divine interpreters, occupied a space between fate and free will, unraveling the heavens' mysteries to guide emperors and ordinary folk alike. The astrological narratives threaded through daily life, exploring the interplay of celestial influences on human destinies, painting human lives against an expansive, celestial backdrop that highlighted shared mythos and spiritual acumen. Amid these cosmic contemplations, celestial omens took center stage, influencing dynastic shifts through their predictive power. Comets and eclipses heralded transformations not just in nature, but within the hearts of those who ruled. Imperial astrologers, stationed in observatories that were the empire's heartbeats, captured cosmic events with precision, translating these phenomena into a divine language that influenced policy and fate alike. Reflecting this commitment, the Yixing Observatory, an emblem of the Tang-era astronomers' legacy, illustrates an era when celestial inquiry achieved monumental heights. Positioned strategically along China's routes, it facilitated star mapping and tailored sophisticated instruments to align celestial wisdom with the earthly wanderings. It proved that the pursuit of knowledge was carved from the stars themselves, establishing foundations for celestial wisdom that remain relevant to inquisitive scholars. The Taiping Imperial Library, too, preserves the nuances of celestial thought, housing works that demonstrate the interplay between cosmic phenomena and historical narratives. With manuscripts that encapsulate traditional wisdom, star charts within this anthology speak to a legacy that intertwined scientific rigor with spiritual depth, portraying a cosmos that is both inspiration and guide. Through layered tapestries, star maps as spiritual scripts defined rituals that underscored an empire's identity. Emperors conducted ceremonies in sync with the heavens, offering sacrifice under sacred altars, echoing a kinship with the cosmic mandate that shaped their reigns. Through celestial ordinations, agriculture thrived, policies were shaped, and state edicts mirroring astral cycles framed China's cultural advances. The metaphysical dimensions of stargazing stretched China's celestial tapestry farther, embracing speculative realms that nestled amid the stars. Sages and emperors, intertwined by cosmic paradigms, cultivated philosophical pursuits that echoed through the collective consciousness, peering into a universe suspended beyond visible reality. These immersive narratives infused star maps with spiritual layers, turning celestial reckoning into an intellectual exploration that resonated across generations. Astronomers, ancient stewards of heavenly knowledge, ascended societal ladders, their cabinet positions influenced by celestial mandates. Through their skill in crafting star maps for military and political foresight, their wisdom extended beyond merely viewing the stars. Their role intertwined with imperial destiny, ensuring dynastic power's strength was matched by cosmic alignment, continuing the vital link between celestial foresight and terrestrial maneuvering uninterrupted. Thus, astrology wove itself into the empire's very governance, informing imperial decrees, public policy, and ceremonial preparation. Celestial guidance acted as an astral compass amidst historical transitions, dictating rulers' courses as they steered through the turbulence of fate. This interwoven narrative underscored the enduring symbiosis between earthly rule and heavenly mandate, manifesting in endeavors shaped by cosmic decrees. In the repository of cultural memory, sky lore retained a timeless narrative, an ethereal scripture imparting the values that revivified celestial tapestries from past to present. Ancestors' tales, animated through myth and reality, painted heroes' journeys among constellations, a cosmic cross-stitching that forged cultural unity, linking celestial grandeur with earthly enterprises. Ever practical in their celestial endeavors, ancient Chinese navigators wielded star maps as instruments for orientation across uncharted landscapes. These maps offered paths not just through terrestrial vastness, but as guides upon the wanderer's quests amid expansive solitudes. They became markers aligning comprehension across lands and seas, marrying cosmic wonder to earthly adventure with a precision that spanned centuries. The ancient star charts laid groundwork for modern explorations, casting a legacy that echoes through the ages. They delineated spatial dimensions with unmatched precision, heralding mankind's continued fervor to decipher the celestial expanse. This synthesis of artistic and scientific thought mirrored the universe's harmony, extending humanity's odyssey across time's current. Endowed with cosmic patterning, art and literature reflected celestial mysteries, channeling creative impulses that charted the journey toward harmony with the universe. Celestial imprints in poetry and art mirrored the shared quest for cosmic understanding, enriching cultural narratives with dazzling stories that lit the night sky with distant wonders. Innovation in instruments expanded the realm of observation, unraveling celestial secrets beneath the universe's grand veil and advancing humanity's point of engagement with cosmic intricacies. Instrumentation like gnomons and armillary spheres underscored the precision embedded in celestial navigation, echoing wisdom tied to empirical truth. Taoist wisdom, meditative and profound, permeated interpretations of celestial order with a serenity born of cosmic balance reflections. As cosmic interpretations illuminated celestial perceptions, Taoist principles sustained a calm, encompassing harmony in the universe's eternal dialogue, weaving celestial insights through China's philosophical encounters. Thus, the legacy of ancient China's star maps and celestial diagrams remains a haunting echo of universal understanding and cosmic dance, a dance that invites the curious heart to look up and lose itself in the stars, to behold a universe waiting patiently to be unraveled. Chapter 9. The Nine-Dragon Wall and the Celestial Code. In the shadowed recesses of China's imperial past, the Nine-Dragon Wall looms, a guardian of secrets whispered through time. These ancient walls, adorned with sublime images of dragons crafted from glazed tiles, capture the imagination of any passerby who dares to linger. Each dragon appears poised not merely as an artistic flourish, but as a custodian woven within the cosmic fabric, a visual and spiritual narrative echoing myths as old as the land itself. The belief in dragons as divine entities permeates the consciousness of ancient China, where they are seen as powerful, benevolent creatures capable of taming the unruly elements of water and weather. Unlike Western dragons, which are often depicted as malevolent and fearsome beasts, Chinese dragons nestle within culture and mythos as bringers of rain, harbingers of prosperity, and rulers over the heavenly realms. Yet beyond their vibrant facades and mythical appeal, these walls might conceal truths deeper than mortar and myth. In their deliberate artistry, the Nine-Dragon Walls unveil a narrative much greater than their physical structure. Their builders, were they skilled artisans or celestial scholars, infused each glazed scale and gilded eye with tales of otherworldly wisdom. They sought to convey cosmic truths by engraving both tangible and invisible narratives, inviting historians and spiritual explorers alike to peel back the surface layers of their intricate designs. The very presence of these dragons, with their eyes cast skyward, invites believers to envision them as guardians or memorials of arcane knowledge. Their presence is a tapestry interwoven with tales of cosmic patterns and celestial navigation. Each dragon a symbol to be decoded and understood. Dragons weave through the lore of China like a river of stars across the night sky, crafting connections between earthly deeds and heavenly designs. These creatures, emblematic of harmony and balance, serve as metaphors for universal order in a world that danced between the seen and unseen. The Nine-Dragon Wall acts as a celestial navigation aid, an ancient chart etched not on star maps, but upon the very stones of human creation. Each dragon, an emblem of yang energy in Chinese philosophy, reflects cosmic phenomena, inviting observers to delve into spatial and spiritual alignments. They seem to whisper of a bygone era where man and sky were attuned through mutual rhythms, balanced by the universal ebb and flow. Yet the intricate grandeur of these dragons does not solely rest upon their historical and cultural significance, but also upon the realm of cosmic geometry. The alignment of dragons upon the walls is deliberate, echoing the celestial harmonies that they reflect. Mystic architects, versed in sacred geometry, embedded their understanding within the dragon-laden walls, casting them as conduits for cosmic symphony, a melody to which humanity's spirit silently sings. With each dragon representing a note or rhythm, the walls resonate with the music of the spheres, harmonizing the terrestrial with the divine. Here, cosmic symphony and artistic truth arrive as one. Color weaves another layer of esoteric wonder into these dragon depictions, a chromatic language that transcends beauty to reveal spiritual significance. Each hue does more than please the eye. Red dragons speak of auspiciousness. Green dragons sing of renewal and growth. Yellow dragons, in their golden drapery, echo kingship and cosmic resonance. The palette of dragon hues translates into a vibrant reflection of China's philosophical and spiritual ethos, redolent of authorities touching upon prosperity, youth, and power, each color a whisper of a deeper cosmic understanding. The language of the dragons embedded within these walls calls upon the observer to decipher rapidly intangible meanings, not through spoken words, but through the shapes and colors that dance across them. Such a language begs comprehension beyond Earth's dialects, inciting a yearning to understand the metaphysical dialogue shared between dragons and humankind across the ages. Through narratives rich in symbolism, each arc and motif a static note, seekers ripple with echoes from the aesthetic creation, inviting contemplative pilgrimage. Among these tales of cosmic unity emerges the legend of the 9 sons of the dragon, mythical figures believed to inhabit the architectural tapestries we call dragon walls. With idiosyncratic intelligence, each son symbolizes distinct virtues, their storied beauty woven into dragon murals as luminous paradigms for spiritual seekers. These figures encode tales of protective guardianship and wisdom, inciting curiosity for those who look beyond the earthly planes to esoteric revelations. Beyond the material world, dragons possess an ethereal role as cosmic bridges, spanning myth and reality to explore concepts of multi-dimensions and cosmic harmony. Behind each dragon's gaze stretches an invitation to question the universal order, to consider the partitions between known and unknown realms of existence. Dragons initiate dialogues, guiding daring souls across cosmic thresholds and mirroring celestial pathways that invite meditation upon the infinite. In concept, dragons transmute from mere symbols of power and majesty into emblems of alchemical change, agents of spiritual transformation and resurrection. These creatures, imbued with the natural alchemy of nature's forces, symbolize an aspirational journey toward refinement, an evolution both human and divine. The walls express this with divine artistry, yielding vibrancy as they invoke the alchemist's goal of harmony between humanity and the cosmos. Seeped in philosophical depth, these dragon walls act as spiritual maps, charting an enigmatic course through sacred quests. Their complexity offers contemplatives a compass, an indication of roots, engaging the mind to embrace timeless truths. The mythical threads extend outwards, guiding humanity through the layers of civilization's multifaceted narrative, revealing the richly woven design of spiritual destiny embedded within the walls. As keepers of ancient wisdom, dragons perched amidst glazed tiles function as guardians, overseeing knowledge that spans epochs. They enshroud the arcane, enticing earnest seekers to pursue the cosmic essence encoded between dragon scales. Their demeanor suggests a sacred watchfulness, beckoning humanity to realize and protect the consciousness shared across celestial borders. Even today, the 9 dragon walls remain as pertinent as ever, monuments woven with cultural and mystical significance. Their presence offers a bridge that seamlessly ties ancient narratives to contemporary thought, challenging the passerby to reassess the artful configurations, understanding them as holistic constructs of visual philosophy. When observed through the lens of modern inquiry, these walls offer silent testimony, drawing together threads binding history and cosmic knowledge. These dragon murals gaze through time, immortalized by the mystical architects who cast their vision in glazed minerals and imagination. They constructed edifices that continue to echo wisdom long forgotten by the mortal mind. Their legacy was created with the knowledge that the walls would transcend time's boundaries, quietly demanding reverence from all those who would look upon them. In the stillness of a 9 dragon walls embrace, observers are invited to linger with their thoughts, grained with the harmonious interplay of divine design. Here, at this juncture of spiritual myth and historical reality, they sense an eternal presence that beckons deeper introspections to unearth the cosmic whispers within the dragon tales hidden on glazed tiles. As custodians of celestial insights, these dragon narratives continue their flight, timeless, guiding humanity toward enlightenment and introspection, forever ensconced in the silent yet resonant arcs of universal artistry and contemplation. In the serene quietude of China's rural landscapes lie the ancient graves of the Han dynasty, a period marked by profound cultural and technological advancements. Within these hallowed burial sites, archaeologists have uncovered enigmatic artifacts that defy conventional understanding, sparking intrigue and speculation. Constructed over 2 millennia ago, these tombs offer a glimpse into the intellectual pursuits of a civilization deeply fascinated by both the seen and unseen worlds. The craftsmanship exhibited by the devices found within raises questions about the technological and intellectual capacity of the Han era, presenting artifacts whose purposes remain subjects of scholarly debate. They hint at a knowledge that seems out of place in time, challenging our conception of history. Among the most perplexing artifacts discovered are gears and wheels, mechanisms suggesting an understanding of mechanics well ahead of their time. Constructed with a precision that rivals later achievements of the Renaissance, these objects puzzle modern archaeologists and engineers alike. Were these gears components of primitive machinery, perhaps early automatons, or part of astronomical instruments used to chart celestial movements with remarkable accuracy? Without explicit records, we can only wonder at their original purpose. Their existence challenges prevailing notions about the pace of technological evolution in ancient China, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of Han-era innovation. Lying quietly within the ancient tomb dust, we also encounter metal rods inscribed with mysterious insignia. These rods, crafted from a robust yet lightweight alloy, beckon speculation regarding their use. Were they components of larger devices, ritualistic scepters, or perhaps tools of trade? The unique inscriptions etched upon them serve as cryptic messages from the past, urging modern scholars to look beyond established paradigms in their quest for understanding. The symbols themselves resemble sacred scripts, suggesting a possible link between technology and spiritual belief in Han-era China. This fusion of function and artistry exemplifies the harmonious balance between practicality and aesthetics that defines Chinese craft. The possibility arises that these symbols encode technical information or directions for spiritual rites, potentially revealing a dual purpose reflecting both the material aspirations and spiritual endeavors of the time. Bronze, an alloy revered for its durability and beauty, served as the medium for many enigmatic artifacts discovered in these ancient tombs. The sophisticated alloys highlight metallurgical techniques that appear ahead of their time. From ornate vessels adorned with intricate patterns to objects bearing the semblance of modern tools, these bronze items resonate with frequencies of ancient wisdom. Were they merely decorative burial components, or did they fulfill roles essential to daily life or scientific experimentation? Their presence evokes a sense of wonder about the capabilities and experimental ventures of this ancient civilization. The artistry of these pieces suggests a deeper understanding of material properties and aesthetics than previously attributed to the era. As we continue to examine the undeciphered motifs and patterns, the potential emerges that we witness traditions of encoded knowledge, an age-old practice among ancient societies meant to preserve secrets intended only for the initiated. These artifacts emerge not as mere remnants, but as active chapters inviting us into our collective past's hallowed narratives. Despite the absence of detailed historical records, evidence of sophisticated timekeeping devices within Han tombs initiates a reconsideration of chronological comprehension during the dynasty. Findings suggest that gears and incremental dials may have been part of early clocks, potentially redefining our knowledge of precise time measurements' inception. If the Han civilization indeed mastered complex timekeeping, such accomplishments signify substantial advances in mathematics and engineering, underscoring their ability to harmonize life's daily rhythm with celestial cycles. These instruments, compelling in both their mechanical complexity and aesthetic beauty, demonstrate not only an understanding of chronological order, but also a philosophical inclination toward integration with cosmic order. In a society where astrology and harmony with nature held paramount importance, such devices might have served ritualistic as well as practical ends, orchestrating agricultural activities, ceremonies, and scholarly study aligned with celestial movements. The Han dynasty also left a legacy of alloy artifacts, reflecting its metallurgy mastery, blending practicality with artistic finesse. Tools, ornaments, and seemingly industrial components made from unique metallic blends reveal an advanced materials science understanding that merits recognition and reevaluation. Analysis of these alloys suggests systematic and sophisticated testing, experimentation, and refinement techniques long before formalized scientific practice. This technological prowess implies a capacity for experimentation and refinement seldom attributed to ancient societies. And by examining these metallurgical marvels, we explore a culture that pushed boundaries, perfecting techniques to achieve desired properties and durability. This sophisticated approach threads into the narrative of technological evolution, providing new perspectives on global history. Furthermore, Han tombs yield artifacts indicating early experimentation within the realm of physics. Devices suggesting pendular motion and circular movement potentially reflect explorations into gravity, inertia, and harmonics well before systematic Western scientific inquiry. Their use invites broader narratives in the history of technology, offering alternative discoveries and inventions. The concept of cyclical movement resonates with Chinese philosophy and cosmology, mirroring cycles observed in nature and celestial phenomena. These devices could symbolize cosmic rhythms understanding integral to pedagogy and religious understanding of the universe. Objects invoking pendular motion might have served as metaphysical symbols for balance and order in a perceived chaotic cosmos, encapsulating the harmony central to Eastern thought ethos. Within the tomb confines, metallic spheres with smooth surfaces and consistent composition captivate with mystery. Their purpose shrouded, these orbs exemplify technical mastery and geometrical interest, sparking imagination about potential hidden capabilities. Believers posit these spheres as components of mechanisms serving as flyweights or assemblies' focal points, hinting at a sophisticated motion dynamics comprehension. Yet, beyond their mechanical allure, the spheres may symbolically represent wholeness and unity within ancient Chinese cosmology. They emerge as focal contemplation specters, bridging the empirical and the spiritual, a technological paradox enveloped in spiritual secrets. Their study challenges modern researchers to decode functions and decipher imaged layers of meaning, urging scholars to recognize an era where science and spirituality converged in enigmatic harmony, defying boundaries and revealing influence spheres transcending history's confines. The Han Dynasty's commitment to celestial observation manifests in tools suggesting profound astronomy comprehension. Instruments resembling sextants and armillary spheres point to advanced capabilities in sky charting long before Western devices became prominent. These artifacts indicate an understanding of celestial phenomena and reliance upon them for societal functions, from farming cycles to divination and statecraft. The instruments' creation and use highlight the synthetic relationship between Chinese astronomy and cosmology, reflecting their desire to align human affairs with universal cosmic order. The precision inherent in celestial tools reveals an empirical curiosity intertwined with spirituality, suggesting that scientific pursuit and metaphysical meditation was a societal norm. Within the rich philosophical traditions of the Han era, various artifacts reveal themselves as more intellectual than empirical. These objects, adorned with symbols befitting the rich tapestry of Chinese cosmology, fulfill roles transcending mere technological function. Imbued with greater interpretive and philosophical significance, they serve as mediums through which humanity sought universal connection. As we ponder these instruments' roles, it becomes clear that their creation reflects a desire for universal understanding typical of Han philosophy, blurring the demarcation between science and spirituality. These philosophical instruments invite us to consider how ancient Chinese thinkers conceptualized the world, unlocking forgotten interactions with insatiable curiosity. They stand as testaments to the Han commitment to holistic knowledge, intriguing scholars to unlock their messages, whispered secrets, and encoded teachings. The discovery of clay tablets inscribed with ancient mathematical equations unveils the Han era's intellectual foundations and mathematical prowess. These earthen records bear testament to adeptness in numerical reasoning and geometric principles, reflecting a culture that prized precise measurement and knowledge construction. Such equations, while complex, present methods propelling advancement in agriculture, architecture, and engineering, signifying practical and theoretical applications emblematic of an intellectually vibrant society. Beyond administrative or commercial purposes, these mathematical tablets indicate possible theoretical exploration engagement, linking practical necessity to abstract reasoning. This intertwining unveils the intellectual curiosity that propelled Han mathematicians toward understanding the world quantitatively and qualitatively. Their legacy could enrich how we perceive mathematical thought's evolution, urging modern minds to appreciate their contributions as foundational yet overlooked historical chapters. Despite prevailing misconceptions about ancient limitations in glass production, Han tomb remnants reveal advances in vitrification technology. Translucent bowls, ornamental beads, and lens-like objects suggest skillful command over siliceous materials that belies the era's presumed limitations. Such refined craftsmanship indicates proficiency in creating glass items, challenging narratives portraying glass-making prowess as exclusive to Western traditions. These glass artifacts, both luxurious and vibrant, invite exploration of Han's observational capabilities, symbolizing attempts at magnification or light manipulation through crystalline lenses. If conclusively linked, these functions would reshape our understanding of this civilization's scientific pursuits. The Han's meticulous glass manufacturing serves as a reminder that innovation and technological expansion's roots are diverse, interwoven across civilizations, eras, and mythologies, waiting for rediscovery beneath dust's cover. Demonstrating notable prowess in hydraulic engineering, the Han dynasty managed water resources effectively to sustain dense populations and agriculture. Evidence of complex irrigation channels, drainage systems, and flood management devices exemplifies their expertise. Ingenious water-lifting techniques, discovered within Han tombs, reveal hydraulic principles predating later documented achievements. These waterworks integrate functional design with systemic insight, showcasing a civilization adept at augmenting natural forces to support infrastructure and urban planning. By delving into the implications and applications of Han hydraulic technology, we uncover their environmental management strategies' sophistication. The legacy of these ancient water systems sheds light on the Han's contribution, casting light upon technological evolution's intertwined chains. Artifacts from the Han period suggest an early fascination with electrical phenomena, despite conventional narratives absent of such recognition. Metallic objects displaying scorched markings might reveal experimentation with electrostatic principles. Analyzing these artifacts considers if they represent accidental static electricity encounters or systematic charged particle exploration. If true, such pursuits would challenge prevailing chronological accounts, expanding the history of electrical knowledge into a multicultural mosaic. Han innovation in mystery metals foreshadows intellectual curiosity, enduring through epochs of uncertainty, hopeful in mystery's eventual unveiling and pragmatic application. In the realm of music, Han artifacts include instruments suggesting an interest in acoustics and resonance beyond artistic creation. Instruments reminiscent of monochords, bells, and flutes have been unearthed, hinting at substantial insights into sound waves and resonance properties. These instruments reflect a sophisticated comprehension of harmonics and string theory. Their significance resonates on levels both spiritual and technical, possibly fostering early acoustic research. The revelation of sound oscillation principles within musical craft introduces harmony with cosmic understanding. These instruments invite harmonization between musical physics and enduring echoes of innovation, inviting a symphonic connection bridging past to present. Within Han tombs lie figurines embodying enigmatic symbolism, melding art with lore. Crafted with precision, these statuettes capture spirituality or cosmological mystery. Their functions perplex scholars as deific representations, protective talismans, or spiritual aids. These figurines illustrate social, religious, and philosophical influences, revealing life's harmony and universe's complexity. Possessing transcendent significance, they embody philosophies that transcended temporal constraints, hinting at esoteric wisdom. Exploring these figurines facilitates connections with metaphysical realms, symbolizing knowledge gateways and anchoring human endeavors within divine constellations. Navigating vast land and sea expanses, the Han Dynasty harnessed instruments resembling compass technology. These directional artifacts appear to employ geomagnetic principles, refined for travel and exploration. Aligning with Earth's magnetic field, early Chinese compasses unearthed in Han burial sites reflect skilled navigation integration. These compasses extended implications beyond rudimentary wayfinding. They guided travelers and traders and symbolically directed spiritual and metaphysical journeys. Engaging with these technological gifts of foresight, the compasses lead us toward shared cultural navigation, entwined journeys amid vigilant stars. Illustrating profound mastery over ironworking, Han artifacts reveal superior blades and unconventional armaments reflecting ingenious practices. These bespoke weapons illustrate diligence in technological mastery, crafting not merely warfare implements, but artistic innovation expressions. Master forgers' tales evoke speculations about uses beyond martial inception. Opening readings of these artifacts reveal esoteric expressions, prompting examination of technological evolution. Iron, shaping histories and destinies, encapsulates the dynamic choreography within, offering interpretations of synergy between warrior craft and technological pursuits enduring in transformation traditions. Certain Han artifacts display fascinating intersections between religious practice and scientific exploration. Objects employed in religious ceremonies, such as astronomical adornment, broaden empirical horizons. The Han's blending of ritualistic artistry and observational endeavors exemplifies boundless curiosity, crafting connections between worldly ceremonies and cosmic understanding. Artifacts question: how and why do we bind the intangible to tactile form? These discoveries' understandings illuminate spiritual and scientific inquiries' harmonious coexistence, affirming empirical effort's knowledge quest propelled by intuitive perspectives. Under layers of history, Han Dynasty surveying tools and devices reveal meticulous attention to land management. Levels, ropes, and marked staffs reflect topography awareness and geometry refinement, aiding agricultural planning and structured urbanization. Survey tools portray practical spatial understanding embodiment. Capturing precise dimensions, they highlight humanity's quest for balanced habitation. The Han's accomplishments in geoscience underline their mapping of traditions reverberating through eras, enveloping discoveries within consciousness, maps uniting concepts to creations. Within the realm of economy, Han Dynasty coinage artifacts reflect appreciation for metallurgy through artistic and practical expressions. Han-era currency, crafted from metals like copper and bronze, defines a sophisticated economic system rooted in trade and symbolism. Adorned with intricate inscriptions, these coins hold cultural weight, revealing sophisticated metallurgy expressing value and authority. Coins, while tools of economy, echo deeper preservation and legacy endeavors, intertwining circulation with a technologically vibrant society. A plethora of Han-era artifacts speak to inventive alloy exploration, producing robust materials ahead of time. Trials with composite alloys reveal the Han's resilience in crafting metals with varied properties, crucial for tools and art. These metal artifacts, resplendent and durable, reflect metallurgical pursuits converging at scientific endeavor and artistry intersections. Alloy exploration illustrates material versatility aimed at functional and aesthetic output improvement. Pursuing metallurgy's alchemy, the Han enriched cultural exchanges and defined boundaries, inspiring artful creation appreciation, fueling technological imagination. The exploration of Han mysteries benefits from archaeometry's growing field, integrating scientific methodologies with archaeological inquiry. Employing techniques like radiocarbon dating and isotopic analysis, scholars uncover knowledge enveloped within artifacts. Archaeometry unravels transcending tapestries between empiricism and intuition, embracing exploration beyond discoveries or secrets. As science and archaeology pursuit concert reveals insights bridging examination with cultural awareness, archaeometry maps historical narratives, enabling ancient legacies to rise. Amidst artistic prowess and functionality, snippets of suppressed Han knowledge lie awaiting curious exploration. Stifled innovations and cloistered designs evoke magnetic allure, drawing seekers to explore hidden frontiers. These suppressed inventions invite speculations reconciling anecdotes and historical facets. Artifacts await renewed curiosity and dedication, offering enigmatic allure shrouded in whispers of history, ready to reveal knowledge's veil. Mount Kunlun stands as a profound and enigmatic presence in the vast and intricate tapestry of Chinese mythology and history. As the axis mundi, or cosmic axis of the world, it is depicted in ancient texts as the divine bridge where heaven meets earth, a place cloaked in mystery and filled with the whispers of celestial secrets. Towering high and shrouded in mist, Mount Kunlun is more than a geographical terrain. It is a spiritual symbol representing the intersection between the material world and the intangible cosmos. Even today, the regions encompassing Mount Kunlun remain largely inaccessible to the public, steeped in mystery and unanswered questions. As they once did in tales of myth and legend, its valleys and peaks continue to provoke curiosity, stirring imaginations about what might truly lie beyond its snow-capped ridges. For countless ages, Kunlun has been seen as a realm where celestial entities, divine creatures, and protectors known as immortals dwell, making it an area rich with fascination, mysticism, and awe that runs deep within the veins of Chinese culture. Historical texts describe Mount Kunlun as a paradise-like utopia, lush with flora and fauna not found in the mundane world. The mountain is intricately woven into stories of deities and immortals like Shi Huang, the legendary Queen Mother of the West, who is said to have resided there. Envisioned as a landscape of celestial grandeur, it is portrayed as a place where time and reality bend, offering glimpses into hidden realms of potent alchemy and cosmic secrets. Myths speak of verdant gardens where immortals dwell in perpetual bliss, attending to sacred elixirs and timeless knowledge. This forbidden aura enveloping Mount Kunlun persists into modern times, its access wrapped in red tape and governmental restrictions, hinting at secrets that may still lie buried beneath its surface. Mount Kunlun has long captured the imagination of poets and scholars who were fascinated by tales within ancient Chinese texts that rank it as a sacred mountain. According to the Shan Hai Jing, or Classic of Mountains and Seas, Kunlun is steeped in myth and mystery, depicted as the abode of divine beings and the site of fantastical occurrences. Tales of the mountain interweave the earthly and celestial realms, highlighting its significance as a pivotal node within the heavenly order. The allure of Kunlun has beckoned many adventurers, though the perils of the journey to its remote, treacherous peaks often overshadowed the mysteries they sought to uncover. In poetic verses, explorers portrayed the ethereal nature of Kunlun, adding layers of romanticism to its already profound mythos. Through these texts and the narratives of early explorations, Mount Kunlun emerges not merely as a geographical location, but a timeless epicenter of mystery, a guardian of secrets intricately enmeshed within a web of tales. Legends abound of immortals who guard Kunlun, benevolent entities embodying transcendental wisdom and life energy. These mythical sentinels serve to protect sacred knowledge and maintain harmony between the cosmic forces dwelling there. In the teachings of Taoism, these immortals symbolize the ultimate aspiration of spiritual attainment, immortality and enlightenment. Tales abound of dreams and visions featuring these guardians, surreal encounters infused with awe and reverence. They are seen as protectors of sacred elixirs and profound alchemical secrets, forming a bridge between mundane existence and divine wisdom. As such, they embody ancient spiritual traditions and philosophies that continue to inspire seekers and scholars striving to decode the metaphoric messages of these compelling narratives. The presence of these immortals pervades the essence of Mount Kunlun, their legends interwoven with the mountain's enigmatic silence. Mount Kunlun's identity as a heavenly gateway suggests a realm of spiritual awakenings and ancestral connections, where the boundaries of the earthly plane dissolve to reveal divine realities. In the rich tapestry of Chinese mythology, Kunlun is seen as a conduit to celestial realms, much like Mount Olympus in Greek mythology. This perception underscores humanity's enduring fascination with places that evoke transcendence and an innate connection to the cosmos. The notion of Kunlun as a gateway extends beyond folklore to spiritual practices, where rituals and contemplation allow individuals to attune themselves to the divine energies emanating from this sacred mount. Kunlun symbolizes the soul's journey towards enlightenment, its peaks, valleys, and secret trails serving as metaphors for the challenges and revelations encountered along the path to spiritual awakening. These profound concepts continue to resonate in modern spiritual doctrines, positioning Kunlun as a mystical bridge to the transcendental, offering passage only to those with the mental fortitude to embark on the journey. Kunlun's mythical presence is intertwined with the roots of Chinese alchemy and mysticism, said to be a wellspring of untapped wisdom and a source for ultimate transformation, both physical and spiritual. Historically, Kunlun was described as a cradle for alchemical secrets sought by sages pursuing the keys to immortality and enlightenment. It is a landscape where reality and myth blur, painting Kunlun as both a real and transcendent realm, one that houses the mystical art of transforming ordinary experiences into profound spiritual insights. Kunlun's mystical role aligns with the classical principles of Taoism and other Eastern philosophies that regard nature as a teacher and the world as a reflection of the inner self. The alchemical practices believed to be nestled within Kunlun's celestial folds echo humanity's ongoing aspiration to reunite with the natural world on both a corporeal and metaphysical level. Thus, Mount Kunlun becomes not merely a mythic relic, but a living testament to the transformative potential embedded within nature, and ultimately, within ourselves. Beyond its spiritual allure, Mount Kunlun is characterized by its rich and enigmatic flora and fauna, with unique species shrouded in mythic interpretations. The mountain's ecosystem includes rare plants believed to possess potent energies and healing properties, lauded in ancient texts for their medicinal and mystical benefits. Kunlun serves as a natural repository of ancient wisdom and earthy alchemy, and modern scientific studies are only beginning to unravel the botanical complexities of this region. The fauna of Kunlun is similarly intriguing and enshrined in folklore as symbols of strength, longevity, and divine intellect, interacting with immortals and functioning as spirit guides and protectors. This distinctive ecological fabric is viewed as a microcosm of the spiritual universe, a sacred symbiosis that mirrors the cosmic order and flow. For modern ecologists and spiritualists alike, Kunlun's living systems embody the ancient wisdom of balance and unity, continuing to inspire awe and reverence for nature's unfathomable beauty. Mount Kunlun's geographic expanse is marked by intriguing geological formations that inspire the mythos surrounding the mountain, including labyrinthine valleys, ethereal lakes, and glaciers that weave together its craggy peaks, creating a landscape that feels simultaneously foreboding and tranquil. The unique geology of Kunlun, marked by tectonic mysteries and mineral-rich substrates, has captivated both scientific study and spiritual dialogue, yet it continues to guard secrets that evade full comprehension. Modern geologists ponder over the mineral wealth that Kunlun might conceal, as legends speak of divine nurseries hidden within. The mountain's geologic history stretches back to primordial moments when Earth's surface was molded, imbuing Kunlun with deep time perspective and emphasizing its role as participant and witness to the planet's evolutionary dance. Rich tapestries of celestial events perpetuate the mystique of Mount Kunlun, often referred to as a site where the heavens manifest their wonders. Folklore narrates sightings of divine lights, cosmic apparitions, and auroras that decorate the night sky, suggesting that the mountain serves as a celestial theater for divine discourse. These phenomena are revered as heavenly signs and interpreted as evidence of Kunlun's sacred connection to the cosmos. Across generations, these celestial manifestations have inspired tales that resonate with humanity's intrinsic curiosity about the universe beyond the visible, imbuing our world with whispers of vast cosmic lore. The Queen Mother of the West, Shi Huang, holds dominion over Mount Kunlun, her narrative a rich facet of Taoist mythology embodying femininity, power, and wisdom. As the celestial matriarch of magic and mysticism, her presence at Kunlun beckons those who seek timeless wisdom and balance, representing both creative and destructive forces of the universe. Shi Huang is credited with wielding divine artifacts and presiding over the fabled peaches of immortality, bestowing eternal life. Her abode at Kunlun serves as a cultural nexus where esoteric teachings converge, and her story stands as a shimmering tapestry within Chinese spiritual consciousness, casting Kunlun as a sanctuary imbued with profound feminine energy and esoteric truth. In modern times, Mount Kunlun is shrouded in restrictions and ambiguities, with governmental decrees limiting exploration and study, thus fueling further speculation about the secrets it may still conceal. Some question whether these measures are merely for cultural preservation, or whether they aim to shield the populace from unknown discoveries. The aura of forbidden mystery surrounding Kunlun deepens its allure, keeping it inextricably linked to the contemporary imagination. Its secrets lie just beyond the grasp of rationality, inviting reflection on the limits of exploration and the guardianship of ancient cultural legacies. In Taoist philosophy, Kunlun is crucial for maintaining elemental balance and cosmic harmony. It represents the Earth's central axis and its interplay with elemental forces such as fire, water, metal, wood, and earth, all vital for cosmic equilibrium. These elements resonate within Kunlun's mythos, guiding practitioners along spiritual journeys toward harmony and enlightenment. Spiritually, Kunlun stands as the origin point of elemental connectivity, nurturing tangible and ethereal alignments within the natural world. At Kunlun, Taoist meditation practices focus on channeling elemental energies to cleanse the soul and connect with celestial energies, seeing the mountain as an eternal labyrinth inviting exploration to harmonize existence with the cosmos. Throughout history, many explorers, travelers, and mystics have journeyed to Mount Kunlun in pursuit of divine revelations, leaving behind narratives steeped in wonder. Their tales are rich with descriptions of surreal landscapes and spiritual awakenings, forming a vast tapestry of China's cultural and spiritual heritage. In modern times, these stories continue to captivate, presenting anecdotes of those who embark on spiritual pilgrimages to unlock ethereal wisdom. The experiences of these journeys weave a living geography alive with whispers of ancient times, an enigma that prompts profound meditation on the cosmos. The spiritual lineage associated with Mount Kunlun is deep, suggesting a place of cosmic kinship and divine progenitorship, where immortals bestow wisdom on chosen heirs, continuing a lineage steeped in celestial teachings. The mountain becomes a venerated site for transmission of knowledge through generations, echoing a spiritual heirship present in Taoist traditions. Kunlun's mythos mirrors the inner journey to inherit these treasures, offering tales of trials and spiritual perseverance, enhancing its allure as a celestial promise, suggesting hidden truths within its storied realm. Kunlun has long drawn the attention of archaeologists and historians keen to uncover factual insights amid its mythical reputation. Though much of Kunlun remains unexplored, findings occasionally surface that align with ancient narratives, prompting excitement and mystery. These artifacts embody spectral stories entwined within the cultures of Kunlun, provoking questions about heritage and celestial order, and dwelling in the space between wonder and reality. The narratives of Mount Kunlun abound with mythical birds and sacred animals, creatures that symbolize spiritual realization and protection, and serve as links between mortals and immortals. Birds such as phoenixes and cranes represent elements of fire and longevity, while dragons herald courage, wisdom, and divine protection. These creatures add distinction to Kunlun, energizing its story with dimensions of benevolence and enlightenment. They inspire deep queries about personal and cosmic purpose, wrapping the mortal experience with spiritual understanding and timeless adventure. Mount Kunlun captures the beauty of seasonal cycles, a breathtaking interplay of light and shadow that echoes earthly and celestial harmonies. Observers have marveled at Kunlun's yearly transformations, where the dance of light creates a theater of spiritual contemplations. These transformations underpin allegories of the soul's journey through life, positioning Kunlun as a vital spiritual compass. The seasonal shifts inspire themes of unity, impermanence, and renewal, with each transformation providing lessons that echo through time's eternal dance. The myths of hidden valleys contribute another dimension to Kunlun's mystery, suggesting reverent enclaves untouched by human hands, where nature's deeper intricacies reside, preserved by spells and benevolent forces. Legends of these secret realms rekindle the fascination of seekers, suggesting places that await those who achieve spiritual maturity. These hidden valleys weave into Kunlun's mystique, guarded by time, yet accessible to those who seek transcendent insights. Folklore, songs, and poems breathe life into Mount Kunlun's lore, animating its myth with a rich tapestry of ballads and prose. These art forms, sung or written in reverence, underpin Kunlun's landscape with ancient tales that resonate across generations. Folklore evokes deep-seated emotions and connections to cultural roots, grounding listeners in Kunlun's cosmic epic and continuing to resonate with the human spirit's quest for knowledge and belonging. In modern spirituality, Mount Kunlun is a beacon of inner transformation, merging ancient teachings with contemporary spiritual practices. The mountain's enduring enigmas call to those embarking on a personal inward search for growth and enlightenment. Kunlun whispers of universal curiosity, showing humanity's timeless bond within sacred spaces and spiritual discovery. Kunlun inspires both classical and contemporary artistic endeavors, its mystery exerting a profound influence over artists and writers. Through literature, painting, and sculpture, Kunlun's grandeur and enduring secrecy are captured, creating a timeless dialogue between myth and reality. Artistic narratives extend Kunlun's ethereal essence into the collective consciousness, immortalizing its mythology and stimulating artistic spirits. The cosmic symbolism found in Kunlun artifacts reflects ancient storytelling intertwined with astrological frequencies. As symbols integrate with stories, the mountain becomes a terrestrial library brimming with talismanic truths. These artifacts invite resonance with cosmic harmony, forming microcosmic connections that expand into macro worlds. They nurture inquiries into humanity's potential and offer questions that extend through art, science, and spirituality. Mount Kunlun's mystical paths promise spiritual alignment between internal and external realities. These paths represent pilgrimages through inner wisdom, capturing the essence of Kunlun's symbolic gestures etched along its natural courses. They tell stories of spiritual transformations achieved through personal reverence for sacred mountains and showcase the cosmic dance shaping life's eternal journey. In this grand tapestry, Mount Kunlun emerges as a timeless epicenter where history, mythology, and spirituality intertwine. Its enduring allure speaks to those who yearn to peer through the veils of secrecy shrouding this mystical place, a sanctuary of profound feminine energy, ancestral connections, and divine truths echoed through the ages, whispering timeless insights to those who journey into its sacred realm. The sun rose quietly in the year 1974, casting its golden light upon the farmland of Shanxi province, where local farmers busied themselves with the simple act of digging a well. What they unearthed were not the expected depths of earth, but rather shards of an enigmatic past, fragments of clay hinting at stories untold for millennia. Gently revealed by the hand of fate, these pieces belonged to what is now hailed as one of history's most magnificent archaeological wonders, the Terracotta Army. This breathtaking discovery transformed the modern understanding of ancient China, unfurling new dimensions of the grand ambitions harbored by Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor who unified a nation fractured by centuries of conflict. But while these crafted soldiers now stand as a testament to his vision, they simultaneously pose questions wrapped in mystery. The intricacies of their creation and the identities of those who crafted them remain shrouded, beckoning us with whispers of ancient artistry. Spread across a sprawling complex of some 16,300 meters squared, this army is composed of over 8,000 soldiers, accompanied by 670 horses and 130 chariots, each infused with unique features, facial expressions, and adornments. Their existence suggests a sophisticated production, but it sparks an age-old curiosity. Could such a monumental task truly be the singular vision of one man, or does it echo a symphony of accumulated wisdom passed down through time's silent corridors, a legacy inherited from the generations that tread before? We delve deeper into Qin Shi Huang's vision, a beacon of newfound unification and a herald of a centralized empire in China. His reign, marked by groundbreaking projects such as the Great Wall's earliest constructions and vast networks of roads, reflected his unyielding ambition to transcend the boundaries of mortality through the medium of art and architecture. The Terracotta Army thus embodies not merely a collection of military might intended for the afterlife, but a grand tapestry of protection rooted indelibly within Chinese burial traditions. Yet to credit this monumental endeavor solely to Qin Shi Huang oversimplifies the complexity and grandeur inherent within the stones. The vision, as grand as it may have been kindled upon the embers of other influences spanning earlier dynasties, culminating in a cascade of craftsmanship that the Terracotta Army so vividly displays. Perhaps this remarkable display is the crowning glory of a rich tradition, evolved through dynastic layers, each contributing its unique artistry towards a masterpiece centuries in the making. The Shang and Zhou dynasties, epochs preceding Qin, left striking legacies in art and craftsmanship. Their bronze vessels and jade artifacts paint a picture of a society steeped in technique and tradition long before China found unity under Qin. Such legacies likely cast their shadow upon the palatial workshops of the Qin artisans, whose sculptures we now admire. The enduring spirit of those artists, whose songs are sung through clay, may have found their calling in contributing, even subliminally, to the military and artistic masterpiece of the terracotta warriors. It is within these bustling workshops, humming with the energy of countless artisans, that the terracotta warriors came to be. Far from being the output of a lone genius, these statues arose from the collective effort of skilled hands under a cohesive vision. The specialization within these workshops allowed each craftsman to bring forth the extraordinary detail, whether in sculpting, firing, or painting, that breathes life into terracotta forms. The warriors, standing firm and steadfast, owe their existence to a complex dance of clay modeling, kiln firing, and pigment application. An orchestrated effort echoing with the spirit of its creators, the Qin's centralized authority may have compelled many to labor within these walls, each contributing their expertise to the emperor's vision of an immortal army, a tangible manifestation of artistry enshrined within their spirits and within history. The sculpting process, precise and meticulous, bestowed the soldiers with their awe-inspiring presence, each averaging at 300 kilograms. Created using local clay and assembled with loving precision, the warriors were composed of individual components, legs, torsos, and heads, connected seamlessly and then fired to perfection. Despite the passage of thousands of years, modern scholars continue to marvel at the technology behind the kilns, with the uniformity achieved in firing a feat unstifled by time. These figures, mysterious and enigmatic, stand resolute, as compelling today as when they were first unearthed. The individuality captured on each warrior's face makes the Terracotta Army particularly compelling. These are not faceless soldiers of a monolithic force, but distinct personalities etched in eternal vigilance, each face telling its unique story. Some surmise real soldiers, upon whom the faces were molded. Others see a broader representation, a quilt of humanity softened into clay, unifying the diverse cultures of Qin's empire. The warriors were originally adorned in vibrant colors, hues of red, blue, black, and purple, bringing bold life to the silent ranks. However, as the air embraced them upon discovery, these pigments quickly faded, leaving merely a trace upon the surface. Yet glimpses of this polychrome parade persist thanks to modern technology, offering a window into the richness of the past. Steeped in myth, the terracotta warriors resonate with tales of geomancers who meticulously selected the site based on celestial alignments, choosing a place where heaven's embrace touches the earth. As guardians poised not only in this world, but also to defend their emperor in the ethereal beyond, they encapsulate power that transcends both cosmic and terrestrial realms alike. Join us as we uncover more mysteries, acknowledging the profound intricacy and technological marvel embedded in these soldiers' weapons: crossbows, spears, swords, bearers of Qin's military superiority. Their construction, marked by advanced alloy techniques, provides a testament to technological mastery, a reflection of the empire's strategic ambitions forged in metal, adorned with both artistry and ancient science. The Terracotta Army does not stand isolated. Indeed, its existence hints at connections reaching across China's borders, inviting thoughts of exchange along ancient routes, like the Silk Road. These figurines, possibly touched by foreign influences, blend cultural elements from afar, sewing a tapestry that envelops artistry shared among civilizations exploring their commonalities long before stars illuminate their secrets. What lies beyond, within the unopened tomb of Qin Shi Huang, is where the heart of the great mystery beats. Surrounded by rivers of mercury, this enigma remains guarded. With hushed voices, we ponder the unexplored chamber and the secrets contained within. As the tomb cloisters its story, we are left to imagine, to wonder about the treasures and truths obscured yet preserved by time's embrace. Behind these mighty warriors lies the weight of labor, a complex tale of artisans, skilled craftsmen, and conscripted workers whose energies combined to fulfill an imperial aspiration. While these soldiers embody an artistic and historical marvel, they also reflect the burden of those who, driven by imperial decree, toiled to immortalize a dream that stretches through time's tapestry, yet leaves echoes in our contemplation of power, subjugation, and creativity. In Chinese cosmology, the celestial and the terrestrial intermingle, a belief entwined with feng shui and the spiritual significance of a site. The Terracotta Army emerges not solely as art, but also a spiritual alignment, positioned according to cardinal directions, with cosmological symbols uniting heaven with earth, mortality with eternity. Qin Shi Huang sought eternal life, his obsession with immortality emanating through his empire and reflected in whispers of alchemical practice. The mercury flowing along his tomb suggests a belief hoped to prolong life and defeat the limits of existence. While these endeavors were ultimately in vain, they echo a shared human desire to transcend because we, humanity, constantly wrestle with the sands of time. Embedded within these figures' eternal stance are techniques and processes yet fully understood today. As scholars dig deeper, they uncover the possibility of lost methods, secret arts known only to those workshops where clay became warriors. Here lies buried potential, waiting for discoveries to uncloak further mysteries veiled by antiquity, unveiling the full repertoire concealed within ancient refinements. These silent sentinels stand not only as relics of a bygone era, but as beacons that elevate the universal quest for connection, a bridge fostering understanding across time. Their allure persists, their presence unwavering, reminding us that despite epoch's shifts, art remains a testament to human experience, drawing us into realms of eternal expression. As guardians of these cultural treasures, modern conservationists face immense challenges. The task is to preserve the delicate pigments, structural integrity, and stories bound within. The enduring legacy calls upon us to protect not just the physical guise, but the intellectual and cultural essence cherished across generations. A sacred duty intertwined with preserving the stories that journey across our consciousness. Interpretations of the Terracotta Army continue to shift as new discoveries unlock answers only to pose further questions. Hypotheses abound, varying in detail, lengthened by the mysteries that remain elusive and by the narratives of collective memory. We are reminded through continuous exploration of the vast expanse of possibilities and the threads connecting us across the annals, tying together the weft and warp of human curiosity. The army signifies a greater message, a blend of diversity represented unity in action, a compelling harmonic where myriad influences converge. Such a mosaic is the veritable essence of a new world order underpinned by Qin. By embracing differences, blending narratives into a collective story, they summon the timeless spirit of humanity continuously intertwined through solidary pursuits, enduring far beyond sight. Throughout time, the Terracotta Army's aura has begotten a constellation of fringe theories, extraterrestrial whispers, supernatural musings, alchemical secrets, all coloring the canvas of mythology surrounding them. Even if these ideas skirt on the outskirts of plausibility, they captivate and affirm our collective wonderment, drawing us ever into the mysteries resonating beneath the surface of ordinary reality. The warrior's enchantment exceeds national boundaries. They inspire dreams traversing continents, sparking imaginations wherever they travel. Exhibits worldwide open windows into this ancient military march, expanding our lexicon with a shared thirst for curiosity marked by unity and collaboration beyond borders. Cultural exhibitions of the terracotta warriors serve as bridges between the East and West, not only displays of artistry, but diplomatic endeavors that nurture relative understanding. Art becomes the language through which cultures converse, transcending political and economic barriers, fostering friendships rooted in shared creativity and appreciation of collective history. In these rows of statues, standing gracefully aligned in their eternal vigil, resonate stories that transcend time. They whisper ancient aspirations, dreams undeterred, collective identities carved in memory. Qin's legacy, held within their silent forms, champions their account's endless storytelling power, from sovereign dominance to artisans' confessions, echoed forever across mythical horizons. As our journey unfurls its mesmerizing narrative, the Terracotta Army's mysteries linger. Their secrets lay not solely within crypts unopened, but within us, woven across the unseen threads connecting histories intertwined. These soldiers' tales speak not only of the artists who commanded their shaping, or the sculptors that gave them life. They indicate our ongoing quest for meaning and connection across time's ethereal embrace, inviting us to wander enwrapped with whispers of the ancients, forever drawn into the enigmatic folds of a past shrouded in serenity.